What's going on, guys? This is going to be for the replay, obviously, because we're just kicking off here. But it's one of those days that I just felt like jumping on and chatting. I was at the gym earlier, had the idea, said, yeah, why not? It's nice to just get on and chat with you guys a little bit. I have no specific plan. That's why it's even titled as a casual, just live chat. Haven't sent anybody a link or anything like that. If we end up having people on screen, that'll be great. But let's see who's in the chat so far. We got Brian, Kevin, Ethan. What's going on, fellas? Lance, Sam. What's everybody's sin of the day? I'm actually rocking Invictus Legend today. Like I said in my fall video, I'm starting to transition my wardrobe into more fall appropriate fragrances. I plan on wearing Homage Boundless tomorrow because tomorrow's my last day here. Then I'm going to be in Louisiana for Thursday through Monday. I fly out Thursday, fly back on Monday. Matt's in the house. What's going on? Sin of the day, Louisiana Zen. Funny that you're wearing a Louisiana named fragrance because I just mentioned I'm heading back to Louisiana for my annual trip. Molinard Figue. Now we're talking. That's what I'm talking about, Brian. That's good stuff. I wore that one not that long ago. Brenda in the house. Always a pleasure. Glad you could join us, Brenda. Wearing Mugler. Alan Goddess Intense today. All right, I've never smelled that one before. Hugo Reversed. Bleu de Chanel. Can never go wrong there. Chanel Platinum Egoiste. Can never go wrong there as well. Pop's in the house. How are you, Pop? Wearing Michael Malone Visionaire Midnight Blue. Been sitting bottom of a sample box for over a year. Roland Luminis. I've never tried that. Oolong Cha, a lot of really good stuff. Luminous Night, that's one I haven't worn in a little while. We're starting to get into that type of weather. Baccarat Rouge 540, one of my personal favorites. So it's got a lot of people starting to jump on. I appreciate everybody. Brian, you want to come jump on for a little bit, man? I'll shoot you the link over if you're interested in jumping on. Let's see. I know you weren't available the other day. I figured if you're interested, Instagram would load. That would just be peachy. I shot you the link over on IG if you're interested. Guerlain L'Homme Ideal Cologne. That's a good one. Happy to be here. Or hey, let's see. The Scent Absolute. Whew, that's a good one. Nobody talks about that one. That's a good one. Shoot me the link. I'll be home shortly. I sent it to you on IG and in your DMs. So whenever you have time, Brian, you're more than welcome to jump on, my man. In fact, before I forget, I think Dave mentioned he'd be watching, so I'll shoot the link over to you if you happen to be watching, Dave. You know you're more than welcome to jump on. Of course, I always send the link to Joe. We might have an unaverage Joe sighting. You never know. Let's see, Tuscan Leather Intense with these balmy 15 degrees here in the north of England. Well, I appreciate you jumping on and saying hello. Went fishing today. Wore Voyage N83. I can appreciate that because I'm the same way. I'm going to wear a fragrance for every damn thing I do, even to go fishing, and just something cheap and fresh. It's a psychological thing when you're really into fragrances. I totally get it. Scent Absolute is the only one I have from the line, and it's arguably the best. Arguably the best. I would argue it's between that and Private Accord. I kind of go back and forth. Gris Chanel, hey, Divine, you've been rocking that one a lot. I'm actually not surprised that that's what you're wearing. You're absolutely right. I definitely already know. Mobile Legend EDP. Just featured that one in my fall video as well. In the middle of decanting, so I'm covered in about 6 different scents, but mostly Pacific Rock Moss. 10-4. Versace Eros, Andrea's least favorite fragrance. She hates that one. She just had something in her stories about it yesterday. That's why I thought of her immediately. The Cartoon Kid in the house, Prodalome Low. You can't go wrong there. That's my preferred version of Prodalome for sure. Lagerfeld Yuzu. I've never tried any of that. Bois de Yuzu, Bois de Vetiver. I haven't tried those. I think I would like Bois de Yuzu. My favorite Yuzu fragrance right now that I actually have not been wearing is Gentleman's Nod Musashi that came out about less than 2 months ago. I've only worn it a handful of times. I keep forgetting. It's off to the side. I'm looking at it right now. Need to put that in the rotation. That's a really, really good Yuzu. Latafa Naja from Nigeria. Glad you could join us. Thank you so much. We've got a few people here so far. Let's see. A lot of really good scent of the days, I have to say. Brenda, you as well. You're always welcome on if you're interested. Just let me know, and I'll shoot you the link over. You're more than welcome. Let's see. Scroll back up. Platinum Egoiste. I haven't wore. I got a sample of Platinum Egoiste. I haven't sprayed that in a long time, and It's no secret I like the barbershop fragrances, especially this time of year. Mandarino di Amalfi. I've never tried that. It is on my short list. I actually want to get, I want to say I'll get that one and Chinotto di Liguria from Acqua di Parma. I'd like to get that one. I'd like to get, there's a few more Tom Fords I'd like to get. Speaking of Mandarino di Amalfi, there's just so much on the want list, you know. Added a bottle in a month, so wondering what I'll buy. Waiting on my Altieri de Sora sample, probably getting them tomorrow. Was looking for Gucci Envy everywhere. Couldn't find it. Pulled the trigger on an overpriced bottle at $250. It's definitely an overpriced bottle, but some fragrances were at that stage with how long they've been discontinued that if you want it, you're definitely going to overpay for it. And this is one of those instances. That's why I don't have Invictus Aqua 2016, because I'm not interested in paying that. And that's probably why I'll never have a full bottle of Spice Bomb Fresh, because I waited too long, and now these people have lost their minds. I'm not paying that for Spice Bomb Fresh. Luckily, I still have like 15 of the 20 ml travel size. 15 ml goes a long way with me. So Platinum Egoist is on my hit list. Had it back when it first came out. Can't wait to get that back in the rotation. You can never go wrong with it. One of the most classic barbershop style fougères ever. And Chanel's quality too. That's the one that's most replicated is Platinum Egoist. I'm patiently waiting for it to cool down a bit more over here in Virginia so I can start throwing some of my Lattafa fragrances in the rotation. More and more I'm hearing people talk about Lattafa fragrances. I need to check them out. I've been exploring Afnan, a little bit of Rasasi, slowly but surely. I mean, you can't get everything all at once all the time. It takes years and years and years to try all the different things. Santal Carmen, Stax is in the building. I don't think Stax, I don't think you're capable of entering a chat without saying that. Prove me wrong. I don't think you're capable of entering a chat without saying that. Shout out to Stax. That's my guy. Bit similar to Radiant Bergamot by Ferrari. I would assume the quality is much better, though. I love Radiant Bergamot, but I mean, it definitely smells like a cheap fragrance. I spray the hell out of it. Montrice, what's going on, big dog? Any lemon scent recommendations? Dior Homme Cologne for sure. Even though it's grapefruit blossom, it does have a lemonade smell. It's the most notorious lemonade fragrance out there. Another one that's got a good creamy lemon would be Mancera Oud Lemon Mint, but it's an oud almond creamy type of fragrance. It's my call sign. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. What's another really good lemon dominant fragrance? Ooh, one that's kind of got the lemon head smell, candied lemon that nobody talks about. Roche's Moustache, the Eau de Toilette. It's a barbershop aromatic, but it's heavy on this candied lemon. And you can get it for like $25. Super, super cheap. I haven't worn that one in a while either. That's a very, very, very under the radar, underrated, lemon heavy barbershop fragrance. Very like I think lemon heads when I smell it. It's a candied lemon type of smell. Very dominant in the top. Niche presentation, amazing scent. Finally pulled the trigger on Ombre Leather Parfum. I plan on getting a bottle this fall. That and regular ombre leather, because my decants are just about out. You know, this is ombre leather. I have that little bit left. And ombre leather parfum. Let me grab it. I have a little bit more of that one, but I'm still running pretty low. Let's see. What's your favorite everyday wear? Well, I don't realistically have an everyday wear, but I can identify great everyday wear fragrances, basically. Like, it's my favorite style of fragrance, but I don't wear the same fragrance every day. Obviously, because I have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of way too many fragrances. But for me, the go-to is usually blue fragrances, like what I'm wearing today, Invictus Legend. Very blue, amber heavy, salty grapefruit type of scent, a little bit of an aquatic tone, herbal feel. It's kind of my go-to. Pretty much any of the blue fragrances, Versace Dylan Blue, always goes well. Any of the Bleu de Chanel is my personal favorites, the Parfum. This time of year, Salvatore Ferragamo Aqua Senziale Blue, definitely one of my favorite fall cheap fragrances. It's a good fragrance for high-ish heat. Someone else who doesn't like freshies. So you don't like fresh fragrance, but you want something that does well in high heat. Counterintuitive there, my man. That's hard to recommend something because pretty much there's not a whole lot that's great for high heat outside of something that's fresh. Because sweet, going to be way too cloying. Spicy, just going to be overwhelming. Leather, way too animal. It's going to get animalic and just overwhelmingly cloying. That's if you don't like freshies, I don't know what to tell you, man. I really don't. I'm being honest. Done a review on Dior Privé line. No, I have not. I don't have anything from the Privé line. I have a few decants, but like Tobacco Color, I have a decant of that. What's a good fragrance? Oh, he asked again. Okay. Ken, what's going on? Glad you could join us, man. Carolina Herrera Mystery Tobacco. Never tried that. Jimmy Choo Man Ice. Basically same thing as Dior Homme Cologne, just a little bit cheaper, a little bit more vetiver. But yeah, that's like a 2 to 3 hour fragrance. You might get another hour or so. Actually, when I climbed the Manitou Incline with my friends, I wore Dior Homme Cologne that day. And it was like I had a good scent trail going like 5-6 hours into it, climbing a mountain, sweating my ass off. So underrated. It's more anosmia than people even realize, apparently, with Dior Homme Cologne. Dior Homme Cologne is actually a better performer than I originally thought. Would you say? Oh, what would you say is your second nature? Can you retype that? Yes, sorry for that. Can you retype that? I'm trying to make sense of it. Best long-lasting blue fragrance. I've made those videos. There's a bunch of them that are really good. Acqua di Gio Profondo, Chrome Extreme. What I'm wearing today, Invictus Legend. This is a monster. I only have 5 sprays on, and it's more than enough. Trust me. I don't even have one on my chest because it can be a lot. I have one on top of each forearm, and trust me, I smell myself the whole time we're talking. I'm smelling myself. Those are 3 really good ones. You can't go wrong with those. They project and they last. YSL Tuxedos, gorgeous evening scent. Agreed. Ombre leather EDP better than the Parfum. That is subjective, but I can understand where you're coming from with it for sure. Trying to get my hands on Prada Amber Intense. Do you know if it's on discounters often? I never look for it. 2 days ago, as a matter of fact, I wore the regular one, Prada Amber Pour Homme. I've never smelled the Intense. When I get in the mood for the original, I just wear the original. I've heard the Intense is better. I've just never tried it, but I believe it's discontinued, so it's probably not that easy to get a hold of. I haven't been seeing it because I also haven't been looking for it. It's one of those things out of sight, out of mind. It's not something you're actively seeking. Not going to see it, so I can't weigh in, unfortunately. K is underrated. Agreed. More people hate on it than people that like it, for sure. Greetings from Trinidad and Tobago. What's a non-citrus-based nighttime fragrance for warm Caribbean nights? Something along the lines of, if you like vanilla and amber, that's not too cloying, I would say 212 Men Sexy from Carolina Herrera. That one, that's not too heavy of a vanilla. That I think would be well in the warm climate evenings like that. Another good one would be Tropical Wood from Montrice. You're going to have it's a heavy tropical passion fruit, but it's not a dominating citrus. It's more of a sweet fruit to go with the oud and rose. That's a beautiful evening Caribbean style tropical scent. Let's see. Because of you, I spent $122 on oil perfume. 7 different ones. I hate you. They make some good stuff. I haven't rolled on one in a while. The last one I rolled on was Sauvage. That's the last one I wore. I might bring the Baccarat Rouge one with me. Glad you brought that up. I might bring the BR540 one with me on my trip. Feeling about H24 EDP. I'm excited about it. I haven't tried it. Saw the notes. Don't remember the notes. I actually reposted iFragrance's post about it on my Instagram stories a couple days ago. I like the regular one, so I'm pretty sure I'll like that one. I'm definitely going to try it. I'm not going to blind buy it. That one I will try first, and I have a feeling I'll like it even more than the original. But I'm excited about it. I feel like they can do some good stuff with that line. City Rhythm San Diego, can't go wrong. There's a great evening Caribbean fragrance that still has some citrus, but it's got that sea breeze, airiness, ambery, a little earthy florals. Very aquatic fragrance. It's a damn good one. Ricky Ponce, how are you? Aqua Cindial Cologne is a nice one for the summer. Yes, it is. Victus Legend's a beast indeed. Most people pleasing Montal. So of the ones I have, that would be Fougères Marine or Wood and Spices. It's one of those two. Because the only even relatively fresh one that I have is Fougères Marine. It's got that clean, fresh seawater note. with a lot of oak moss in the top, gives this spicy green, slight earthiness to it, very clean musk. That's the most mass appealing Montal I have of the 11 bottles. All the rest of them are pretty heavy wares that aren't, people pleasers for the most part. Let's see. Good one, Stacks. Do Fritz. Very nice. Where can I grab some City Rhythm fragrances? From cityrhythmfragrance.com. That is the only place you will be able to get them. TLTG family, I think, is the code. Will save you 5%. I believe it's still active. I want to say it's TLTG family. Just check one of my City Rhythm videos. It's in the description. It's not an affiliate link or anything. It's just there for convenience. I don't get any small commissions or nothing. It's just a little 5% discount Niles made for my viewers. I believe it's TLTG family. Could be wrong. Might be TLTG 05 or something. I don't check one of my city. Type in TLTG City Rhythm and check one of those videos. They have a little discount code because you can get samples. You don't have to buy bottles. They have travel size atomizers. There's a variety of ways to try some of the scents. City Rhythm San Diego and Miami are my two favorites. Manhattan, if you want a different kind of bluish tobacco, it's a very aromatic herbal tobacco, but Miami Tropical Seduction and San Diego are the two best from the house, in my opinion. Monty Pie. Getting my beach list down this week. Now we're talking. Also, you tried? No, I haven't tried Halfeti Cedar. I know Justin's a fan of it. I just haven't tried it. Like we were talking about a minute ago, there's some of the oil perfumery ones that I enjoy that I have, but I don't wear them all the time. I like to spray stuff most of the time, but if it's something I can layer where I'll just put a little bit behind my ears maybe and then spray the actual fragrance on top of that, I like that. That's a good move. Amber Intense is on Amazon. Maybe at some point. I haven't even really looked into it. I've been seeing the bottle. I've been seeing people make posts about it, but I haven't looked into the note breakdown or anything like that. So I did a video on Summer 95. Type in TLTG Icon de Parfum. It will pop up. I was one of the first people to do a video on it, actually. And it's got this concrete smell. It's got this blackberry lemonade smell going. It's a very artsy, unique fragrance. It's going to be polarizing. It's not for everyone. That's definitely not blind buy safe. It's very artsy. It's good, but it's very artsy. So I have a bunch of Alexandria videos. I got a pile of Alexandria fragrances right over there. So I've been working sporadically with Alexandria on and off for years. Yeah, I've tried a lot of their stuff. They do have some really good stuff. I'm a big advocate for Et Sauvage Elixir from them. And Lamensity. That's a really good one too. Outside of sports, I don't really watch much. Answered that already. Let's see. Noir Extreme Parfum I have not tried yet. I do have a carded sample of the original. I've procrastinated getting that for a long time. The original's great. It's a great evening fragrance, cold weather fragrance, especially day. It's very delectable, spicy. But I haven't tried the Parfum. I would like to try it. I've heard it's very pricey too. I've never tried Alien Man. Baraka King, I've not tried that. Very similar to Herba Pura. I've only smelled Herba Pura once. Ever tried any fragrances from the brand LPDO? No. Kingdom Fragrance has them for a great price right now. There's a few of them I've looked at. I can't remember the names. There's one with a light blue font. I don't remember the name of it, but I think that was the one that appealed to me the most. It's kind of a fresh fragrance. Cretus, which is an Aventus clone. Very good one at that. Yeah, check Kingdom Fragrance if you like that brand. He's got them. Steve's got them for a good price. TLTG 15 will save you 15%. That's part of the Castle collection. TLTG 15 will save you 15% off of those. A lot of Montal and Mancera Rains smell quite similar. That's for sure. Well, it's the same brand, same perfumer. Basically the same company. How are you? Since YEDP, you can never go wrong with YEDP. That's for sure. Let's see. All right, so Joe will not be joining us. I just saw I had a message from him. So no unaverage Joe on this particular stream. I had Joe last time. It's fine. I get it. He just left the doctor's office, so he's unavailable. What was that? Pasha Cartier or Zara Pour Homme? Both. I will not choose between those two because they are not the same fragrance, though they do the same job pretty much. But they are both awesome. Both are awesome fragrances. I will leave that to you to get samples and try them. See which one you like better because I thoroughly enjoy both of those. I will not choose between those two. Before I forget, I would like to thank you for introducing Summer Vibes. 4.0 is really good too. Works very well for me. I'm glad you enjoy it, man. I'm glad you enjoy it. Which one? 2.0, 3.0, 4.0? I like all of them, but 4.0 and 2.0 are my favorites for sure. Didn't get the beast mode longevity that claimed by a lot of. Are you sure you're not going anosmic to it? Because that is a monster. That fragrance is a freaking monster. Do you have like super dry skin? Are you oily like me? Because it could just be you're going nose blind because that stuff is strong. What? This lasts forever too. I'm very surprised to read this. I'm very surprised. Whether it's the original Making Sense version, 4.0 Elixir, or Alexandria's version, they are all beasts. Crazy long and strong. I'm very, very surprised. Your skin might not be jiving with it, or you're experiencing some anosmia. 9 times out of 10, that's the issue. And people don't even realize it. 9 times out of 10, that's the problem. Silver Lake is a very solid fragrance. I haven't wore that one in a while. Smells very similar to this. Acqua di Gio Essenza. Of course, it's not going to focus because you can see me in the frame. Focus. Well, anyways, it's a big decant of Acqua di Gio Essenza that my buddy Sammy sent to me. Shout outs to Sammy, my resident troll that I haven't seen in a while. Parfum good. So it's you. Now you're talking about a Dior Homme Parfum clone that isn't strong either. It's you, my man. It's you. That's two like 3-in-1 parfums. Their version of Dior Homme Parfum is just as monstrous as the original for me. That's the only Dior Homme Parfum clone that I've ever tried. But that's 2 clones of 2 monster performers, and one of them in which I have is a monster. It's something with you, my man. It is not the fragrances, dude. I'm sorry. Hate to be the bearer of bad news. It's something with you, whether it's anosmia and your nose just wears out fast or your skin is just absorbing that quick, but I am shocked to read. Like, are you messing with me? Because like the stuff you're talking about is typically really freaking strong fragrances. Like, I'm not sitting here I just want to make sure you're not like trolling me and messing with me because I'm so surprised to read this stuff, man. If this is legit, I'm terribly sorry to hear that, but it's got to be something with you, man. Territoire, Great Cheapy line, Ghost Rose. No, I have not. Good to catch you live. I just received my bottle of Cedrat Boisé. I want to thank you for gearing me towards that purchase. That's good stuff. You can never go wrong with Cedrat Boisé. Works for everything. Smells great, too. Smells great. Let's see. Ulta's doing 20% off sale on certain fragrances. One of them is the Most Wanted. It's one of my favorite releases from last year. Prolome Intense, Givenchy Gentleman Intense. Are there any affordable fragrances that smell similar to either of these? My 2 favorite iris scents. Gentleman Intense, I have a decant of, and Prolome Intense. L'Homme Intense, just you could go after stuff like Dior Homme Intense and all that, but that's not, if you're looking for a cheap version of something that uses pretty quality iris, not going to be that easy to find because iris is the most expensive fragrance oil in perfumery. It's $80,000 a kilo. Yeah. That stuff's crazy expensive for natural iris anyways. For good Florentine iris orris butter. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm sure everybody would love to find an affordable alternative to L'Homme Intense. Just save your dollars and go after those. There's no need to rush to get an affordable option. If it takes you 3 months to save the extra money to get those, it's best to just do that, man, instead of trying to hunt down alternatives, especially when it comes to iris fragrances. It's best to go after the ones you like. If these are your 2 favorite iris scents, save and get those, man. That's the best advice I can get. Save and get those. If you know you love those, they're worth your money then, Recently tried Absolute, and it's fantastic. Might be the best of the line. It's funny that you mentioned that. Watch tomorrow's video. It's funny that you mentioned that one. Really like Icons the Valley. Do you know if it will be available again? I'm not sure. Haven't talked to Jay about any of that in a while. I don't know what he's got on the horizons. The last time we talked, he sent me those Ferrari fragrances in Polo Red, White, and Blue. That's who sent me that package, Jay with Icon de Parfum. Been a little while since we talked. Actually, Jay surprised me with this one day, too. I always keep it right here. It's a PSA graded Drew Brees rookie card. That PSA 8 that he sent me quite a while back. That was cool. Jay's good people, man. He makes good fragrances. He's telling stories. Icon de Parfum is doing fantastic work. Ross, what do you think about Ital Libre d'Orange? I have not tried Fat Electrician. I like Exit the King a lot. I love Remarkable People. That's a great one. Pretty mass appealing, aromatic, everyday kind of scent. Don't care for Armani. Trying to think what else I've tried. Soul of My Soul, beautiful musky suede vanilla fragrance. Now that it's going to start cooling off a little bit, I'm going to, that's going to make its way into my rotation. That's the ones I have. So, Mr. Brian, how are you, sir?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
How's everything going? Let me throw my headphones on.
Oh, no, it's good.
Be loud for me.
Yeah, it's good, man. Everything's going good. Let me turn some better lights on. I'm just using the sunshine at the moment. I look so pale. I look pale.
Yeah, it's flushing out the color for sure.
Hang on. Let me just do this.
What the hell is headphones, damn it? I'm looking at my sound options.
Let me do this.
There we go. All right, now you're on the headphones. Because it'll get feedback. The speakers will play through the mic. So it's best that I throw it on headphones.
Oh man, how you been, dude?
I can't complain, dude. I can't complain. I'm traveling to Louisiana day after tomorrow. Pretty excited. Hopefully this year we don't have to evacuate for a hurricane. I drove.
I remember that.
I flew there 2 days before the fucking hurricane came. So we ended up not even having our draft. So I flew there, basically drive my mom and my grandmother to my uncle's in Texas.
Yeah, I remember that, man. I remember sending you a message being like, dude, I hope you're safe, man.
My stepdad stayed back and rode it out. He stayed for the hurricane. It was a bad one too, man. It tore Homa up.
Thank you so much for the love on the ATH video today, man. I appreciate that. Shotty? I'm going to call you Shotty. I like that. What up, Shotty? And thank you, Brenda. Yeah, the new job has been great, man. It's great to get back behind the stick.
Yeah, you're tending bar?
I am, man. I'm
man.
Loving it, dude. It's been 4 years, and it's just like riding a bike, man. Just like riding a bike.
So ASL, as far as longevity for citrine, that depends on your skin. For me, it's about 6 to 7 hours. It might be anywhere from 30 seconds to 30 hours for you, my man. That's something you have to get a sample and try because everybody seems to have a different experience with that fragrance. George, he wears it to the gym all the time, and I've smelled it on George. George gets this crazy sillage when he wears it, and he sprays it heavy. I get pretty good longevity, but I don't get a ton of sillage unless I heat up. Brian, what's your experience with citrine? What kind of performance do you get?
I honestly, I don't get great performance out of it.
Everybody's got a different story.
Yeah, I love the fragrance, but I have learned that. So I do have like certain. I've got this. I actually layer it with. It's Galaxolide from Monosense, and I layer it with this. It's a musk, and I get better performance out of it. So, there's ways of making your fragrances last longer.
Yeah, for sure.
And everybody's skin's different, man.
Yeah, everybody's different. Like I said, I get pretty good longevity. It's not a beast, but my sillage won't be worth much of anything after an hour unless my skin heats up. Whereas with George, when his body heats up, I'm telling you, George gets this big old scent bubble with citrine. I smelled it on him. It's like really strong. And he's like, really, you can smell me? And he'll have sprayed it like 4 or 5 hours prior.
And I could totally see that, man. Yeah. I mean, there's, if you have oilier skin, see, for me, I have drier skin.
I have oily skin.
Yeah. So I have to stay lotioned up, which also why I have great skin for being almost 40. I always have to.
Well, I mean, look, you see me shining right now. I'm just oily, man. Yeah. I don't have to moisturize. Now, my hands in the winter, yes, over here because it's so dry. But I'm good.
Yeah. So, but like in the summer, I will say in the summer though, here, because it's so humid, my skin isn't as oily because I'm sweating all the time, man. It's humid. I heard somebody earlier asking about like fragrances that last, that aren't freshies in the summer. Honestly, man, I'm all about like, in the Middle East. I was talking to somebody about this the other day. He lives in Dubai, and he was like, "Look, man, we wear oud fragrances all the time.
They wear
and it's
oud
hot
year round.
Do it. I mean, try it, dude. I mean,
in the West, that's going to be offensive to a lot of people in your workplace. That's the only thing,
Yeah. Just go light on the trigger, man.
It all depends on your work setting, really, and what you're going to be doing that day. Because, I've been told the same thing. They wear oud year round, but that's in the East. You know what I mean? The Western culture and everything's a little bit different, where you'll probably get some pushback from wearing that in the summer, depending on your setting. Depends.
That's true. It's very, very true. I mean, there are fragrances like I've got, I've got some patchoulis. I got the, Chabot 1973 patchouli 1973. It's a very fresh patchouli. Really, really, really nice.
Like a clean patchouli.
Yeah, it's the cleanest patchouli I have, but I mean, you still get that patchouli. You still kind of get that earthy,
tone.
Woody,
but there are some clean patchoulis that have that inherent patchouli creaminess, but it doesn't come across dirty. It's kind of like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Like it's so citrusy fresh that, I mean, it's beautiful. I was very surprised. And finding a fragrance that uses Akagala wood, which is going to be derivative from patchouli. It's a very clean patchouli, super clean, depending on how it's used.
So I guess I'll do like this just to give you guys a little, that's his new fragrance coming.
Is that Happy Land?
Yeah. So he does have a new fragrance coming.
EJ is awesome, dude.
About 2 weeks. So he sent me this on the 10th. So it should be any day now. I'm sure I'll have a bottle in the mail soon. I don't know the notes. He just sends me the label, and it gives me a theme. You can tell by the label what the theme is going to be of the fragrance. You know that.
Yeah.
Because I tell him I don't want the notes. I don't want to know shit. I like to go blind for my first impressions, especially for Happy Land. So it's all about testing yourself. I want to see, that's how you get better, is trying to figure out what it is and then check yourself versus what's actually in the damn fragrance. I love doing that. That's so much fun for me. It's my favorite format besides my weekly rotation. So I can't wait to see what it's going to be. The color scheme has me very intrigued. Light blues and bright reds and oranges. It's very vibrant. So I'm thinking it's going to be a very vibrant fragrance.
EJ's a badass, dude.
Yes,
first of all, after having like some long conversations with him, I'm like, man, first of all, musician, his music's awesome.
He's cool as shit.
He's cool as shit, and so and his fragrances. Like somebody asked me in my live the other day, they're like, what's your favorite Happy Land? Cripple Creek right now is my favorite.
It's hard to argue with.
I love that fragrance, man. I mean, I think it's just such a throwback to the band, the band that, did Cripple Creek.
When I did my post on IG, I used the song for the video post.
Oh, yeah, you should, man. I mean,
got to tie everything together. You
got to tie it together. Yeah. The band. What if you guys have never seen The Last Waltz? It's one of the best outros for a band ever. I mean, it's such a good movie. Let's
see. Let's check out a few more of these. I get behind pretty quick. I promise I'm not messing with you. I get about 8 hours on Et Sauvage and Dior Homme Parfum. Well, that's solid.
Yeah.
That's great. You're pushing it, asking for more than 8, in my opinion. Now, look, it's just your skin. Some people are going to get 12, 14 hours out of it. I'm very oily. I'll get that out of those fragrances. You getting 8 out of it, I mean, that's hard to complain about getting 8 hours, man, especially if the first couple of hours are pretty strong on your skin as far as the sillage and the projection. Man, I don't see the issue, my man. Maybe try doing some unscented lotion in the areas that you're going to spray. Maybe lotion that down real good. Wait about 15 minutes or 20 minutes and then spray in those areas. That's kind of the only advice I could really give on maybe trying to extend it a little further beyond. But 8 hours is pretty damn good.
I mean, 8 hours is a work day. I mean, also, spray it in your lotion before you put it on. Like,
do that too.
You know, and roll it on, man. I mean,
because it all depends on the rate that the oils are going to absorb in your skin. Everybody's skin's different, you know. Yeah. Some people are more of a sponge.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I've got some fragrances like I'm wearing, like, I can barely smell Figuet anymore. It's not the
strongest fragrance. Yeah,
it's not, but it's a really good fragrance.
It smells so good though. I mean, it's what you want to keep respraying. You don't mind every couple hours.
I think I sprayed on like 18 sprays. I was just like everywhere. I was like, all right.
You should have did an IG reel and tagged Michelle. She would have probably shared it.
Oh yeah, her and her mom.
Yeah, and her mom's cool as shit.
I love her mom.
Yeah, her mom's cool, man. Hey, what's up, Ross? Bless, man. Thank you, sir. Any of you that speak Spanish and want to hear some fragrance reviews, go to Perfume Adictos. Check him out. He just started doing fragrance reviews on his channel.
Cool.
You plan on sampling? At some point, there's a few people ask me about this. At some point, I will. I'm sure. It's not on the right now, like, I can't wait to smell it list for me. H24 EDP is ahead of it for sure. I'm more excited about that.
Me too. I think Ross and I are maybe the only two people in Fragcom that really like H24.
It grew on Justin too. We can count Justin. Justin likes it.
It's a good fragrance, man. It really is. It's different. It's easy on the nose for those around you. I think a lot of people like, because when you're digging your nose in it, it's
not the same experience doing this as just smelling it when you walk. You know, just get a random waft.
You're super fresh. It's super fresh and soapy, easy to wear. Like, just
I love the metallic tone to it.
Me too.
I just like that. It comes across synthetic, but not a messy synthetic. No. Like, it's well put together, but still an unnatural smell. You know. I'm very curious. Like, I'd love for them to do what they did to the Terre d'Hermès line, and we get a parfum, we get an Eau Très Fresh style or something along the lines of Eau Givre, like where they try a few different things but don't veer away from the DNA, because they made a bunch of true flankers. They're really good at sticking to the base DNA and twisting. I love that. That's a real flanker. So I said, the first time in the review for H24 last year, I said I would love for them to do that with this because I see potential in this DNA. It's basic to some, but I see there's a lot of potential for a lot of originality here, where it doesn't smell like a bunch of other things. They just smell like H24.
Yeah. I agree, man. So is Francis Kirkjohn, is he the perfumer on this new fragrance?
I would assume. So.
Crazy. That's crazy that he's able to be Dior and his own brand.
I'm sure that was part of the deal.
It would have to be.
Yeah, so it's the top thing on iFragrance's website. It's the first thing on the homepage. Francis Kirkjohn. Yeah, he's the perfumer from what I'm seeing. Yeah, he perfumed it. So yeah, he's still doing his own creations.
Well, what I'm wondering is
aldehydes and Calabrian bergamot, mid sweet pea and Egyptian jasmine, base of sandalwood and white musk accord. So pretty cut and dry. Seems like it's gonna be a very bright fragrance because of the aldehydes.
What I'm wondering is if he created this before he actually got over to Dior, and it's just been macerating and building it. Maybe he just did a whole lot of, a whole lot of fragrances before.
Most companies are usually 2 or 3 years out on their fragrances. George is like 2 to 3 years out, and he's a small brand. I'm sure Kirkjohn's probably got 5 years worth of fragrances just done with research and development. And it's a timeline thing.
Yeah. I was actually talking to Aaron Terrence Hughes today. And I purchased a backup bottle of hard candy just because I was like, screw it. There's only 5 bottles left, and that's it. Just so you guys know, if anybody wants, no more. It's done.
So if you want hard candy, head to the website. Directly from him or Max Aroma's bundle.
Max Aroma sold out like that, and he didn't send any more over. So you have to get from the website. It is expensive, but maybe he hooks you up.
He's going to make more money capturing his own sales.
Yeah.
You only send your distributors a few. You want the majority of the sales for yourself.
But I will say he will hook you up with a bunch of 10 mLs, and it's worth it. I mean, he makes up for the shipping that you pay.
That's wise, man, because when you start throwing in different things, they make a purchase, let them try some other things. if they like your style and what you're creating, they'll come back for bottles of those samples more than likely. You know, it's a good business practice to be generous with your sales for sure.
Yeah. So there was 6 when I was talking to him. I was like, man, I'm actually in the process of purchasing. When we were talking, he goes, that's done. I was like, what? It says there's 6 bottles left. He goes, oh, after that 6 bottles. I was like, boom, now there's only 5. I was like, I need a backup.
Favorite cheap house is Vince Camuto and Lagerfeld. There's some good cheapies for sure. Business over pleasure. Good Iris scent. You guys might want to check that out. It's not that easy for people to go and check out. You have to pay some crazy reseller's price. That's the downside. But thank you, Montrice. I appreciate that. Can't get enough of Latafa Assad. I've never tried that. You ever tried that?
Which one? No, okay. So, all right. So I actually have a subscriber. Actually, he actually has a YouTube channel, PR Sense. He lives in Knoxville. He's coming down to see me on Sunday. He's bringing me that. I think Assad is the Elixir, Dior Sauvage Elixir clone. And apparently he's like, oh my God, RXL's in there using my 2 cents. I love it.
Oh, I haven't scrolled down that far yet.
No, it's great. I actually love Rick, but he has
I love Rick too.
He has a troll account. He has a troll account.
Just like last time you were on here, I said, you know what that tells me? Rick's troll account subscribed to me to be in the chat. So
yeah, okay.
I'm not mad.
Yeah, he got mad. He didn't get mad, but he was like,
when you called him out, he's like,
well, he tried to get on my channel, and he's not subscribed with my space sense. And Rick got in there. He's like, damn it, I can't use my troll account because I'm not subscribed. I was like, haha.
Hills in the house.
It
is going pretty well. I can't complain. I hope you and Yara are doing well today.
Yara just had a birthday.
Yeah, actually, wasn't that yesterday's stream?
Yeah, yesterday.
Happy belated birthday to Yara. That is true.
Go Leo.
Yesterday's stream for Joey, I think, was Yara's birthday. Yeah. So I popped in and out a little bit. I wasn't able to hang out long. Dave, I can't help that you're at work right now, man. I sent you the link. You know, tell your boss you need to be on the live stream for 20 minutes or something. I don't know what to tell you. Because I sent Dave the link.
Yeah. He had the opportunity to come on my live the other day, but he pussied out.
So he's just a whore, basically.
Yeah, basically.
Not the good kind.
Yeah, not the good kind. He doesn't put out. He's more like blue balls.
Yeah, he's blue balls.
Yeah.
We love you, Dave. Last 24 hours, I'm saving up to get Adonis Awakens. That is slowly creeping into like trying to rival Triumph of Bacchus is my favorite from the house. That I have not put it back in its box since I got it. It sits on my rotation table. I'm constantly pulling the cap off to smell it.
Yeah. It's my number 3.
It's definitely number 2. It has overtaken Danye for me. Danye was my number 2.
I love Danye. Danye is my number 1. I love Danye. Danye, TOB, and then Adonis Awakens. I'm excited for Namin.
So we have the same 3 favorite. It's just a different order.
Yeah. I mean, they're all
basically that's the 3 best ones.
They're all fantastic, man. I mean, Christian does such an amazing job.
That's another one that's a few years out. He's got the next 2 to 3 years lined up.
Oh, I'm sure.
He's macerating them. You know, he's macerating the next couple of releases.
And I stand by it, man. It's the best presentation in fragrance, in the fragrance world. I mean, it's gorgeous.
It's a hard point to argue.
I mean, it's the bottles. If you hold the bottle, like I could imagine myself going into a store.
It feels expensive.
Yeah, you pick it up and you'll want to buy it. And honestly, when you come down to like the quality of presentation and what's laying inside, it's really, to me, I think it's completely worth it because you're getting such high quality inside and out.
Well, even the 30 mLs, they weigh as much as some 4.2 ounce bottles.
Oh yeah,
because there's just so much glass and the heft of the cap and everything. It's just the micro atomizer that he's put on them. It's just
and there's not
great stuff, man.
And there's not a lot of brands that actually listen to their customers. Honestly, like you can see every time Christian is putting out new bottles, the attention to detail is impeccable. And you can see it in the way that he dresses, honestly. Like
Yeah.
You know, everything. Pocket square is always perfect. Ties on point.
I was about to bring out the pocket squares. Pocket squares perfectly symmetrical. And
exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see that he has just that eye for detail.
That's a good scent of the day. Ricky says hello.
What up, Ricky? Good to see you, bud.
Trying to get caught up. I actually need to skip ahead. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to skip a few of these to get ahead a little bit because I'm so far behind. Montrice, I have drier skin, but fragrances still last on me, luckily. It's a good thing. Definitely a good thing. Bubblegum and civet. Banana bubblegum and civet. That's an odd combo.
I don't like that fragrance at all.
I've never tried any Sarah Bakers.
So weird. Ludo is awesome.
So here we go. Stefan's in the house. Was going on the Tim Duncan of Fragcom. That's a massive compliment, actually. I appreciate that.
Yeah, wow.
The big fundamental. I like it. Ross, I'm sad I won't be able to experience business over pleasure. Would you be opposed to Dewar or Alexandria creating an inspired version? If they feel they need to.
Shit, man. Kevin's in the house. Ask Kevin to do it.
I mean, that's up to you guys, you know. When I had George on live last week, he said maybe in a few years, once everything's set up with all the stuff he's got going on, there's a possibility that we'll bring him back. But that's, a few years down the road for sure. So it's not now.
I think he said, 2024?
Yeah, around that time frame. So you must have been watching.
Oh, I was. Yeah, I actually got off work and you guys were like finishing up. Or who was I talking? Was it you? Was it on your live that George
it was
came
on here. Yeah, it was on here.
Or no, I was still at work and I was watching it while I was closing.
So, awesome hint. Thanks, Ross. That label gives a very distinct impression for Happy Land. I'm thinking tropical too because of the vibrant colors, but you never know. Happy Land Studio, on for the holidays, has 2 bottles of it. I mean, that's my favorite from the house, besides Shameless, because I strictly wear it in December. My 30 ml is going to go forever because I only wear it a few times in December because it just makes me think of Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
I think Christmas when I smell it.
I don't have that one.
So it's my favorite coffee scent, hands down. I like it better than every other coffee scent. So good. Very gourmand. Cripple Creek, arguably his favorite too. Cripple Creek, a lot of Cripple Creek fans.
Signature is like probably my second or third. I love Signature.
I know Joe, Dry Down, Lowdown. That's one of his personal favorites, Signature.
That and Paisley Sky.
So I haven't seen Rick's. There it is. I was about to say I haven't seen Rick's. Here we go. I was like, did he pull the comment or something?
No, he's giving me crap because we were talking about this the other day. Like I quit doing giveaways. Because just all the trolls and people like hacking stuff, man. I mean, it's
the scam accounts that piss me off because I'm trying to stay on top of it. It's this Telegram bullshit. Anybody with half a brain should know that's a scam. Don't fall for that shit. Why would it say message me at Telegram with a finger pointing at TLTG reviews as the name? That's the whole name of the account. It's clearly a scam. Please, guys. I've had people email me, hey man, I don't know if this is legit. I messaged them like, no.
I know.
If you pay attention to what I say in the video for the giveaway instructions, it'll never steer you wrong. Because they'll do it like 2 hours after I release the video, and my giveaways run for a week. And they're like, hey, you won, message me. And I'm constantly trying to block them and delete the comments. It's hard to stay on top of.
It's almost impossible, man, because they just keep coming back. It's like they got you on like a loop.
They'll do it in non-giveaway videos too.
Mm-hmm.
They'll just randomly, hey, you won. I've got something special for you. And it's like just an example. Let's say it was yesterday's 15 best fall fragrances. And they're like, hey, you won. And there's people that are like, oh, yay, let me message. No, you didn't win anything. There was no giveaway.
Now, from here on out, every 1,000 subscribers I get to, I go meet a subscriber. I'm footing the bill to go meet my subscribers. That's
hitting the road. I like it.
Yeah.
A lot of H24 love in here, too. You going to see Pete Nation?
I'm going to see Pete. Apparently, Fragrance Fight Night lives in Pittsburgh, and so does Fragrance Dude.
I like Fragrance Fight Night.
Yeah.
You going to see Randy, too?
They're all 3 in Pittsburgh. And I was like, well, three birds, one stone, man.
Y'all should all get together at the same time.
Oh, we are. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Get it all on video. Terrace, good to see you. My favorite fall cologne, Armani Code Absolute, but I can only find the 2 ounce as the biggest size since it's being discontinued, I have heard. I wouldn't be surprised. Armani's been kind of going through discontinuing a decent amount of stuff recently because they put out so many flankers in their lines that eventually that's inevitable. They got to start eliminating whatever's not the best sellers, I guess.
Well, I heard this as well. So a lot of these fragrances are getting discontinued here in the States. It's just the States. It's not going to be in the UK. It's not going to be overseas. They're doing it because
Dior Homme Parfum is like that.
Dior Parfum, Dior Homme. I heard also that Profondo is also going to be still sold in the UK. So is Armani Code Absolute. A lot of these is because of import costs and also because of sales in the US compared to the UK.
Damn.
And department stores over here in the US are not paying their bills.
Oh,
because sense. Because they get everything on basically like kind of like consignment.
Yeah.
And then they pay it back, but their sales are so low they just can't pay their bills. So
well, even people outside of the community stumble across discount sites and then they jump into the community looking, hey, is this site legit? Because I can't believe these prices. That's where you end up with a lot of new frag heads right there.
Exactly.
But it directly reflects on the lack of sales in brick and mortar. You know, the average consumer is smartening up. So it's going to kill Macy's as the fragrance destination. You know?
Yeah.
Do either of you or Brian have Perry Ellis Oud Absolute series and thoughts? I do not. Never tried.
I haven't either. Yeah.
Listening from work, this is much better. Haha.
I agree.
Appreciate you, Lewis. Kevin, how are you? Trying for Bacchus. I'm getting behind. I get so behind so quickly. I mean, it's a good problem. It means people are being active in the chat. I appreciate all of you. We're hovering around 80 to 90 people. We peaked a little over 90, hovering around 80 right now. And midday lives, you never know what you're going to get. Typically, these midday random lives, I'll get 60 to 70 people. I kind of gave people a few hours notice. I think that's why I'm hovering in 80 to 90. I'm getting a little bit more of an audience. So they could be like, okay, in 3 hours, Ross is going live.
Right.
Anytime I advertise for a few days, that's when I have the 120 to 200. Like, especially when me and Justin do something, because that's when we tend to do the hot topic controversial videos.
I loved what you said in your I love what you said so Dan, is this going to be, are you going to do a live about a follow-up live? That's what I told Joey last night. I was like, dude, what we need to do is just start doing lives, like come up with topics, because Dan's just going to copy it. It's going to be great.
Shout outs to Dan, man. Dan's got his own thing going. You know what I mean?
Shout outs to Dano the Mano.
Good versatile coffee scent for cooler weather. Something along the lines of Private Accord is a great daily scent in the cold. Boston Scent Private Accord. You get a nice dark chocolate hit. Of course, you have that Menenka fruit that ties the DNA together, but it's got a nice roasted coffee note and a soft leather. A little dusty, powdery type of smell. Such a good one. Such a good one for the cold. Do you have Private Accord?
I don't. I mean, I've definitely smelled it many times.
I got a big 200 ml bottle.
Yeah, you have don't you have a couple of the apps? You know, the apps.
I have Boston Scent Absolute, Boston Scent Parfum Edition, which has been re-released as Boston Scent Le Parfum. It's the same fragrance, and Private Accord. I don't have Intense and Pure Accord. That's the two I don't have.
Mine for the cooler weather is Kerosene Follow. I love that.
I have a decant of that one. That is a very good one. I forget about it. When you have just a pile of decants, you forget about stuff like that. You know,
it's like I actually have already packaged up one of my kerosenes, but I left this out because I'm going to add it to a fall list here shortly. But I freaking love this fragrance.
Terrace agreed with me, and I didn't even know it till I saw the comment. Yep, we're on the same wavelength here, Terrace. That's good stuff.
I'm going to spray a little bit right now. Love me some coffee.
I just got here and heard my name. What happened?
See? Freaking, I love you, Rick.
I love Rick. He'll sell it. Hey, man, I heard my name. What's going on? Hey there, everyone, from Boogie Daddy. H24 EDP just released. I know we were talking about it a little while ago. I'm pretty excited for that one.
Me too. I'm hoping I'm going to be in Austin, Texas in a few weeks, or a couple weeks actually. And so I'm hoping they have much bigger malls there, and I'm hoping that they'll have it. I'm
pretty excited to hit Marshalls and Ross when I get to Homa, because they always seem to have some decent stuff because the Marshalls is abysmal here. Obviously, the one that I'm talking about from my hometown, it still can't touch what I had at my disposal when I was in Texas, but it's better than what I have here. I'm bound to find something.
Are you Baton Rouge?
Homa.
Oh, okay.
Hour and a half south.
Yeah. All right.
Yep.
I couldn't remember.
I have never tried Latafa Camara. Have you tried it?
I haven't, but I've after my last live, everybody's been hitting me up like, you need to try this one. You need to try this one. So I've got like a whole laundry list of Middle Eastern fragrances I need to pick up.
Same. And Antonio, they tried to get you to. They try to get a ton of people. I see it in the comments, and I go through trying to block them. And if they respond in the comments, whoever they're trying to get, I tell them disregard this, block them. It's a scam. No. Yeah. Don't bother with this. Terrace with the 199. Y'all doing God's work. Much love and respect. I wouldn't call this God's work.
I feel like we should dress up like pastors or like priests one day and
just providing some fragrant related entertainment.
Hey, man.
That's how you can look at it. Some conversation.
Well, I mean, frankincense and myrrh were given to the baby Jesus. So
this is true. Also, L'Oreal owns a ton of other brands. And Estee Lauder's buying Tom Ford. So let's see what happens there. Let's see if they ruin Tom Ford. You never know. They might. I would hope they don't, but we don't know until it happens because Azzaro didn't get ruined when they got bought. Everybody was horrified Azzaro would just go to water, basically.
Well, the cool thing is like, so I mean, the process already started, but I think a way it's going to work is that Tom is still going to be the creative director for at least 4 years.
That's what would make sense.
Yeah.
And I agree with this. We only have 32 likes, and we've been hovering between 80 and 90 people. What's going on, guys? Hit the thumbs up if you like what you're seeing.
Shit, I don't even
know. If you don't like what you're seeing, hit the thumbs up any damn way. Why not? Takes a split second of your life. Let's see.
Just cost you absolutely nothing.
Ken shaving and BSing. What's going on, Ken? Watching from work as he wraps up his day. Well, I appreciate you jumping on and checking me and Brian out. Brian, I'm glad you jumped on, man.
Yeah, man.
Don't get me wrong, I love talking to the chat, but it's nice to have somebody. I like having one person. Have the conversation doesn't have an opportunity to get out of hand this way. When you start getting 4 or 5 people on the screen, it's a little bit more of a challenge. It's not something that can't be managed. I've done it several times. It's just, I like just talking to one person. I just had Joe the other day. I just had George. I just got you today. It's perfect.
Yeah, that's great. But you're going to have to talk to yourself for a second because I'm going to use the restroom up here.
Oh, go do what you got to do, man. Should do a March Madness head-to-head fragrance showdown in the spring. Cinede Cidre Atlas. How do you feel about that one? Because I've kind of been eyeballing it. Steve's had a stock of it for a while. He's got a few of them. But, yep, that was me. MFK Masculine Purell and Zaharoff Signature. Been thinking about getting Mason Margiela at the Barbers. So I haven't tried Masculine Purell. I have a decant of it in a discovery set from MFK. I haven't tried it though, but it doesn't smell like Zaharoff Signature Pour Homme. This is much more true barbershop, whereas people put Signature Pour Homme in a barbershop category because of the lavender, but it's much more of a warm and resinous oriental style fragrance. A lot of spices and resins and woods. It just has a heavy hit of some natural lavender at the top, but it's much more of an oriental fragrance. Whereas at the Barbers, that is straight up leather, spiced shaving cream and aftershave. As the name would imply, it replicates being at the Barbers very well. That was fast.
Strong urethra.
I see that. Would you like just and you were done?
That's it, man.
Kerosene is coming out with Followed. His flanker to follow sounds interesting because he's inverting the notes and putting the coffee note in the back and bringing the rest forward.
Yeah, I'm interested. I like what Kerosene does, man. I need to get some more. I mean, dude, do I need more fragrances?
No.
No, I don't. I mean, I'm packing. Like I said, I'm packing this entire side up because I keep all my boxes for that fact if I ever have to move. And I'm just like, wow, man, I got too much. I really do. And I actually have a box right over here. I haven't opened up yet. I got like 3 more fragrances coming that I just purchased.
I'm dreading it. In January to February, I'll be packing for my move back south. And
you have more than I do.
Dude,
I mean, you've got like
Since I've gotten here, I've added probably 150 plus fragrances.
Yeah.
Since I've gotten here, I've been here almost 2 years. Like I keep telling people it's around 800. It might be around 1,000 now. I don't know. I haven't counted. It's too much. I have way too much.
I'm just gonna say to Lihino21, hey man, hit me up on Instagram, dude. Since I'll be in Austin, if you want to, like, I don't know, get some lunch, a beer, whatever, talk about fragrances, let's do it.
There you go.
I'm all about it.
Coach Open Road. I'm looking forward to it because I like the Coach fragrances. And I like Coach as a whole. That's one of my favorite kind of mid-level designer brands, I guess you would call it. Mm-hmm. I have a lot of Coach stuff until I switched to my Zaharoff wallet. I had a Coach wallet. I have Coach belts. I love Coach. Coach is
they make great leather goods, man.
Yeah, and I like I just happen to like the fragrances. So
I think they make really good fragrances. I only own a couple.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's only 3. This is going to be the 4th men's fragrance.
Oh, so this is going to be the 4th. Okay.
Right. It's a different line because you got the 3 Coach for men's, Coach for men, platinum and blue. And then this is going to be a different line. I'm sure this will have a few flankers too.
Is it the same bottle?
No, it's a different bottle. I've seen that. Cool. Check Eye Fragrance. They did a write-up on it not that long ago. A few weeks back, maybe a little over a month ago. Plus, I saw Coach advertisement for it on IG. So Coach is advertising it.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, I mean, I didn't even know about it.
There's a queen of Middle Eastern fragrance reviews, and that is Glam Fine. Shout out to Sarah.
It's true.
Yep,
it is true.
Conglomerates. Always good to know good to hit the like before getting in the comments. I appreciate that, Pop. I completely agree. I bought a fragrance for $12 and it smelled amazing. It's called Guess Seductive. Is it Seductive Homme or Seductive Homme Blue? Because Homme, it's the black one, it's the original, and then blue's the flanker. Blue kind of smells like La Nuit de l'Homme. It's kind of like Guess's version of La Nuit de l'Homme. The black one, the regular Guess Seductive Homme, I've never tried. And I think that's the one he's talking about. I've heard good things about it. I've just never tried it. Guess, for cheap, they make some decent fragrances. Nothing special, but they make some decent fragrances. The Guess Man line and then the Seductive Homme and Homme Blue fragrances.
I like them for cheapies, man. I mean, honestly, they're just kind of just dumb reach, easy to wear fragrances.
Good for young men too. Yeah, definitely good for young men. Like if your teenage son or something, it's great fragrances for them. They can get a little variety for like $30-$40. You can get them 3 fragrances, you know?
Well, I guess I don't know about you, but hell, when I was in high school, I wore Guess a lot.
I wore all kinds. I wore Tommy, Nautica. That was my main.
Tommy, Nautica, Guess. That was
my main was Zorro Chrome.
Yeah, well, I'm talking like just even clothing. Like I wore a lot of Guess.
I didn't wear a lot of Guess. I was Tommy and Polo mostly, and Nike, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Don't forget to like, guys and gals. Thank you, Hammond. I agree. Only One Carter, $4.99 super chat. I appreciate it. Just sending appreciation for your daily grind with the fragrance reviews. Keep up the great work. Thumbs up, gentlemen. Thank you for being you and for the super chat. I greatly appreciate that. I will make sure that the 70% of that $5 that I get that YouTube allows me to keep will go towards the next fragrance haul. Armani Hunter Intense Eau de Parfum. Never tried it. Never tried it. I forgot what it's a clone of.
I don't know.
I don't either.
It wasn't a Hunter. Wasn't that Dior Sauvage?
No, I think that's Armani Craze. No, that's not Craze. Craze is Pegasus.
Pegasus.
Yeah. I don't know. It might be. It might be Sauvage. I'm not sure.
I can't remember. It's hard to keep up. Honestly, I
don't have a lot of Armani stuff. I only have like 4 or 5 Armani fragrances, and no more than that. And they're all Club de Nuit fragrances, except for Très Nuit and Aura Fresh. That's like the only 2 non-Club de Nuits that I have.
Yeah, I just have
Sillage, 2 versions of Intense.
Yeah, I just have Club de Nuit. I've got the Club de Nuit line, and then Très Nuit.
Polo Gold Blend from men. It just works. Yes, it does. It's the definitive version. Even though I really like the newest flanker, I still think Gold Blend is the definitive version of Polo Blue. It's a pretty good performer, and it's the deepest scent. Still has that melony, watery, aquatic citrus smell. Freshness, has a little bit of the green tone, but that incense just provides a depth, that smoky nature, and you get it from start to finish. It's really good. It does smell like a gold blend, like a premium blend.
Yeah, like a premium fragrance. Have you tried the Parfum Ralph's Club?
Yeah, I got it.
Parfum?
I got
Yeah,
it. I did a first
yet.
impressions on it. I put it in the blind smelling rate with Justin and Andrea. They did like it, didn't love it. Same thing. I like how it smells a lot. I like the scent better than the original, but the overall experience is better on the original. Just the sillage to it. The new one lasts longer, but it gets close to the skin really quick, kind of like Polo Blue Parfum does, kind of like Bleu de Chanel Parfum does. It acts like a parfum. It lasts long. It's rich and warm, but it does not push. Damn near
intimate.
Yeah,
it's intimate.
Very intimate fragrance. Yeah. It's good. It's just for the price. I urge people to sample first because there's so many people that performance is so important to them, and they will be disappointed if they blind buy that at retail. Yeah. If you're looking for a loud fragrance or something that people are going to smell easily, you'll be disappointed. Zorro Chrome Extreme. People need to try this one. Thanks for the suggestion. Yeah, that's awesome. It's Profondo meets Chrome.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the easiest way to describe it. Nerd says, can't wait to pull Neffs as the winter gets cooler. I finally got to try that. The day we were flying back from Chicago, we were like, holy shit, I brought these for you guys to try. We didn't get to use them in video. So that's when Justin sprayed Oud Galore from Chris Collins on one arm for me. And then Andrea sprayed Neffs on the other. Both are fantastic. I understand why Justin likes Oud Galore so much. It is one of the better smelling, more wearable oud fragrances I've ever sprayed. But Neffs, I need a bottle of that shit.
It's freaking good.
Let's call a spade a spade. It's fucking incredible.
It is.
It is amazing. I was surprised at how good it is. Like, why have I not tried this before was my thought. Because
you need to try Shem too.
I was smelling it the whole flight.
Yeah. You need to try Shem too. I own both. I have Neffs and Shem. And I tried Mana. It's good. Don't get me wrong. It's good, but it smells just like Louis Vuitton Noir Ombre or Ombre Noir or whatever. It's one of the newer Louis Vuitton.
I haven't tried any of the LVs.
It smells just like it. I mean, it's
dead ringer.
It's good, but I mean, for $600, I mean, they're both expensive, Louis Vuitton and.
Yeah, but you'd rather get Nichane because you know what you're getting with Nichane.
Yeah.
You know?
Fred's Frags.
I feel like I'm getting my money's worth, especially from discounters every time I get a Nichane fragrance.
Fred's Frags and Things just picked it up. That's actually where I smelled it. He had a decant when I went up there.
ATH Notorious. After forgetting I had it for months, I smelled it again the other day, and wow, a bunch of flame.
Oh, dude, that is a fragrance that if you wanna exude sex appeal, wear Notorious. It's Notorious. Truly is.
So the name's fitting.
Yes.
Hey, Ross, sending love to you all from Las Vegas. Love your content, guys. Thank you so much, Efra. I appreciate that. Thanks, Brandon's in the house. Ross, have you heard of the clone by Lattafa? So we have another person asking about Kamara. Clone of Angel Share. Oh, that's which one it is. So the last stream, I had Joe Roman, Vape Time. I don't know if you know who that is. He sprayed it on my wrist. He works at the Safeway right by me.
I miss Safeways.
And he sprayed that in Demeter chocolate chip cookie. And so I was smelling basically Angel Share with a fresh baked chocolate chip cookie on my wrist. And somebody asked me about it. I didn't realize that was the Angel Share clone. It looks like the Angel Share bottle, but square. It's a square. It's a cheap Middle Eastern knockoff, you know?
Yeah.
The fragrance is really good. Guys, I apologize for those of you that asked me about Kamara earlier in the stream. I didn't realize that was the Angel Share clone. I didn't know that was the name of it. I have tried it. It's very good. It's very good. I tried it last week. Very good. Now, do I feel like I want to get that versus saving up and get Angel Share? Experience to experience? No, it can't touch Angel Share.
Angel Share is so good, man.
The clone is not even remotely as good. And I'm not saying it doesn't nail the scent profile pretty accurately. It's just the quality is so night and day. It changes the experience completely for me. And I would rather save up and get the original.
Yeah, Angel Share. I mean, honestly, like being a booze fanatic and knowing so much about it, Angel Share is such. You can tell that when they say when Killian says that he uses actual cognac in it, you can smell it. Honestly.
Yeah. It's got that quality of kind of like if you were to pour alcohol on your skin, it's got that immediate sting, that burn, you know, when you smell it. Avon came out with a cannabis fragrance. I wonder if it's any good. Coach for Men is one of the few fruity fragrances that gets better with heat on my skin. Yeah, the pear on it really jumps out. A juicy pear note at the top with suede. It's very good. Smells like date night fragrance. Yo, Ross, hope you're well, bud. Just got a backup bottle of Why Live.
That's so good.
It's so underrated. I'm glad you blurted that out.
I got it because of you.
It's so good, right?
I've watched your...
If you like Invictus, it makes sense to have it because it's both of them together, basically.
I don't know why they didn't come out with it in the States. It just doesn't make sense to me.
It's so good. I have a 60 ml. I kind of, as weird as this may sound, I like to wear it to dinner. That's what I wear it for pretty much exclusively because my wife, that's probably my wife's favorite men's designer fragrance brand is Yves Saint Laurent. Like 9 times out of 10, if I'm wearing anything Yves Saint Laurent, any of my fragrances from them, she's going to like it. She's never smelled a YSL fragrance on me she didn't like or was just different about. She loves all of them.
It's so hard for me to find the dang bottle, dude. Oh, that's the part.
Well, it looks just like the EDP. So
I know they didn't do a good job of differentiating. No, that's the Eau de Toilette. I think this is live. Yes, this is live.
Yeah, it looks like it could be.
God, it's so good, man.
It is, dude. And look, it doesn't get overwhelming. I feel like the projection's just right. It's noticeable. People will smell you within range, but it's not overwhelming. Like people aren't going to smell you. Let's say if you're sitting in a booth at a restaurant, they're not going to smell you 3 booths down. Maybe the booth right next to you, right across from you might maybe get a light waft, but those sitting with you are who's going to get the best chance at your sillage. It's more intimate, but not too close to the skin. Does that make sense?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I like the entire. All right, so I know you like the Eau Fresh. I don't. I've never enjoyed any Eau Fresh fragrance. Everybody's like, "Wait, you don't like Versace? You know, Eau Fresh?" No, it's not that I don't like. Yeah, it smells good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it smells
compel you.
No, it's just fresh fragrances are literally meant to just make you smell fresh. And some people get good longevity out of them. I just don't. It's like I spray it on.
A lot of people don't. It depends on the fragrance.
And it's the point. It's the point because it's like if you look at concentration levels, Eau Fresh is actually the lowest concentration versus So
which is weird that they call these fragrances Eau Fresh, but they're Eau de Toilettes.
Yeah,
like they're not even making Eau Fresh. It's because if they were to make Eau Freshes, they get roasted on every forum because they'd be like, "Oh, it's gone in 30 minutes." Because real Eau Fresh, it will be gone in 30 minutes.
Yeah,
it's like 1%, 1 to 3%, I think.
Yeah, it's between. Yeah, it's like 1 to actually. I think it's 0.5 to 3%.
Yeah, and because I think 3 to 6 is eau de cologne, because 5 or 6 is where EDT starts. It might be 3 to 5 is eau de cologne or something like that.
Yeah,
because EDT goes from 5 to 15, EDPs 15 to 20, parfums beyond. I still think 22 is kind of an EDP. It doesn't sit quite as close as once you hit 25%. That's why I really feel like it becomes a true pure parfum. Because that's when it's really going to have this lingering sillage and you're going to lose a lot of projection.
Yeah.
So on, you know. Let's see. Oh, as far as answering your question, I don't plan on getting a backup bottle. 60 ml, it's a long time for me on something that I'm very situational with. I may never go through 60 ml.
Man, I haven't been. I'm going to be lucky if I ever go through an entire bottle of fragrance in the rest of my life.
I got a few that I'll be finishing sooner than later.
Low DC Pour Homme, probably just because it's that one. I've got a few fragrances that are quite low. Actually, I stand corrected. I do have Noir Extreme, and it literally has like 2 pumps left in it from Tom Ford.
Well, there you go.
I might get one more wearing out of it.
Guest Seductive Noir, which I do have Noir. I forgot about that one. It's basically 1 million. Yeah, it is. Guest Seductive, but I wasn't sure which one Rick was talking about.
Is that this one?
Noir Blue. Yes, that's Noir with the gold around the middle.
It is. I like this better than 1 million. I'll be honest.
It's good. That's what I'm saying. It's not going to last like 1 million, but I mean, it's like $15.
Yeah, that's why I like it better.
You know, Hunter is a Sauvage clone.
Yes,
we have confirmation.
Hell yeah.
Arabian Oud line. I have not.
I haven't. Everybody's been asking me to pick it up, and I will at some point. I've got so many.
Ooh, here's a good one. I would honestly go with Absolutely.
Me too. But be
Intensely is
careful.
really good, but Absolutely is just that much better.
And be careful on the sprays, man. I mean, that thing is.
Oh, both of those are crazy strong.
Yeah.
The one I would pick over all of them, leather.
Have you tried the oud yet?
No, that's the only one I haven't tried.
Yeah, I haven't tried leather or oud.
Leather is fantastic. It's my favorite.
That.
It's stronger with you with a rough and tumble leather, and the more it dries, the more the leather takes over.
Okay.
Like as soon as you smell it, it's like, oh, this is definitely stronger with you. Like it smells like stronger with you plus leather, but it starts to change more and more.
Yeah.
But the opening is just like, oh shit, they didn't do much with it. It's just they added leather.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to try leather. I'm also gonna have to try oud. I know Fred's got some.
Only's nothing special. Freeze is better than Only.
Only's
my least favorite.
Actually, no. I actually like Only. I do have Only. I like the. I haven't.
Okay.
Have I tried Freeze?
I love Freeze. Freeze just smells like a fresh, spicy version of the original.
Yeah, I heard it smells a lot like this, but I don't know. I love the grapefruit up top on this one, man.
See, I don't think there's any grapefruit in Freeze.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but I don't think there is. I don't recall there being. Doesn't have smell. Yeah,
I don't get a huge amount of longevity out of it, but it's ICO super heavy, man.
Yeah,
this one. So I guess
there's only certain fragrances where I like ISOE Super, like Bleu de Chanel Parfum's the obvious one because it's my favorite that dominates with ISOE Super. Dior Homme 2020 has grown on me. It has. At first, I wasn't a fan. It's grown on me. It's solid, kind of like it did with Justin. It just took time.
Yeah.
And then Montalbano Verano.
Oh, I love Montalbano Verano.
Is that good?
Yeah. That's it's incredible, dude. That's a great summer. Yeah. Fragrance.
That's 150 ml that I can say is worth every penny of $180. That fragrance is so good, so versatile, and I can't imagine anybody complaining about getting weak performance, even if their skin's dry.
Yeah, it's cray. Guess jeans were the shit back in the day, just so you know. Those and Jinkos.
So we get a lot of H24 EDP questions in this stream for sure.
I'm gonna try. We need to go get samples and do a live, dude.
We can.
I know.
You want to do it tomorrow? What's your work schedule like?
Oh no, I got to work tomorrow. I'm working at 3.
Because I'm traveling. The like tomorrow would be my only chance till next week.
Well, why don't you see if you can't find yourself a sample when you're in Louisiana, and then
I can do.
And then what? Yeah, exactly. I think I can go to
Sephora.
Yeah, I think Sephora. My Sephora will have it because Sephora is actually still getting stuff.
They got to go to Sephora and Homa. They'll definitely have it.
Yeah,
and
let's do it.
I won't smell it. I'll secure a sample and I'll just wait, and we'll do that when I get back.
Yeah, sounds great.
Next week, so midweek, maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, somewhere around that.
I'll let you know my schedule.
Yeah. So there you go, guys. Y'all mark it sometime midweek next week.
Yeah,
we'll do a live first impressions, me and Brian on the channel.
Oh, actually, you know what? I know I'm off next Wednesday. I know that for sure.
Mark your calendars, guys. Wednesday. Cool. I'll make sure I'm available. We'll do kind of same time, 3 p.m. Central, midday. So actually, so I don't forget, let me put it in my calendar right now. So that'll be the 31st. That'll be on the last day of the month.
Yep.
H20.
God, man. Life goes by so much faster as you get older.
Yeah, no shit.
I feel like I'm about to be 39. I just turned 38.
I mean, what's the difference?
Yeah, right. It's the biggest contradiction is like we're born to live and we
got it in the calendar. H24 EDP live. See all those blue marks? I try to keep a pretty active calendar. All the different things I have on throughout the week.
Yeah, I was actually going to go live today, but I saw you were going live, and I think Joey's going early live. I'm like, screw it.
I felt like this was a good time frame. I know Neil was live earlier, and that was because I was watching Neil's live on the treadmill. I was like, why don't I go live later on? And I looked, it was like 12 something my time. I said, I'll go 2 o'clock my time, which is 3 p.m. Central. So it's 2 o'clock.
I hate flies. Okay, sorry.
Don't we all? Wait, my 2 fall and winter layering combos, Moustache EDP with La Nuit de l'Homme and the Most Wanted Parfum with the Most Wanted Intense. 4 fragrances.
Wow.
Now that is the definition of overcomplicating things right there.
That's a lot.
That's, hey man,
cool.
You love it, you know. But
yeah, man,
that's a lot of effort right there. Like, what's the balance of sprays and where? Like, he's probably got a science to it, because that's probably strategic sprays of a spray of this one, a half a spray of that one, a spray, you know.
Yeah. And which one goes first and which one goes second?
Yeah, no shit. Which one goes third?
Exactly.
Have either of you sampled? No, I haven't. Build your own sample set. I have not tried it. Got lucky and got that GQ box where angels share for free. I heard about that. Wasn't that like the French Montana thing or whatever?
So wait. Well, what? You get angel share for free if you get a GQ box?
Yeah, this was a while back. I heard about it too. I think it was the French Montana edition or something like that of angel share, which is just a special inscribing. It's the same.
Yeah, it's a special bottle. Yeah.
Because somebody told me about that not that long ago in one of my live streams, and I was like, no shit, I can't believe I missed out on that. Might have been Joe told me that.
Dude, that's nuts. Man, that would have been great. I wish I'd
known. That would have been great. I wish I would have known too. I would have definitely did that. As of now, I don't plan on it. I believe Brian's going.
I will be there. I will. Me and my best friend Autumn are going up for it.
You guys' favorite line of cologne brand overall?
Oh.
Doesn't matter, niche, designer, whatever. What is your absolute favorite brand? That's tough.
I mean, that's tough, man. I mean,
it's tough.
Of course, I'm a big Aaron Terrence Hughes fan.
Yeah, same. I'm a big Zahara fan, but I mean,
I'm a big Zahara fan.
That's us being biased because they're our friends. So.
Yeah. And you know what? It's better. I think it's better because they are. That just shows that they create relationships. Zaharoff, Argos.
Kajal too. Mo's a good guy.
Yeah.
But out of fairness sake, because I'm friends with all of these people, let me pick something else. I think I have to go Nichane. I have to go that route because I've never tried a Nichane fragrance that I didn't think was amazing. Everything I've tried is a hit from them, and I have 6 bottles. Yeah, 6 different bottles from them currently.
I have 15.
That's definitely a lot more than I do.
Or 16 because I left one out of my video. Mm-hmm. I love Nichane, don't get me wrong. But if I had to pick, it'd be Tom Ford. Tom Ford.
Can't go wrong there.
No, it's the most bottles besides ATH that I own. I've got 26 Tom Fords.
That's a lot.
Ever since I started, when I first got bought Tobacco Vanille, I mean, I just went off the deep end. Now, I will say I don't appreciate that they're upping their prices so much, but I think everybody is.
Everybody is.
Yeah.
It's the inevitable. Cost of goods are going up, import costs, customs fees, everything's going up.
Life is going to become very expensive soon, so please save.
It already has. Yeah. It already has. My 2 cents. Good live yesterday, says Montrice.
Oh man, dude, thank you for joining me, dude. I know it took you a while to get on there, but man, it was awesome. It was a lot of fun.
Montrice is good people, man.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is.
Backup bottle of Lodissi. Only backup I have, Nor Extreme, is amazing. It's in my top 10 favorites. Picked up a backup of 1 million Privé. That is quintessential autumn season right there. That's definitely the only time of year I wear it is in the fall. I have 2 50 mLs. I have a sealed backup. I got both of these 50 mLs when I lived in Texas, and they were popping up at Marshall's for $40 a piece. Like the second time I saw it, I was like, you know what? Something's telling me I should get this. Just have 100 ml because you never know. Boy, I'm glad I did that shit.
Right.
Granted, it's going to be years before I open that backup bottle. But
yeah, I don't own it.
In the fall, I like to wear it a good bit. I do. So the juice level slowly drops every fall for the one that's open.
Lucky is my favorite. I like Privé.
My second favorite. Privé is my favorite. Lucky's my second favorite.
Yeah. Honestly, Jeremy, if you hit me up on Instagram, I might be able to find you a bottle. I know a guy who knows a guy.
He knows a guy who knows a guy that has a connect that knows a guy.
No.
From a guy that he worked with that knows
exactly. But also, if you're looking for a good alternative, in case I'm not able to find it, Latafa Kaid is actually really, really close. It's really good.
Yeah. Scent of the day, Terre d'Hermes Parfum. Only Terre d'Hermes I ever got a compliment from. Not that I care about compliments because that is frowned upon, I've heard. No, you can care about getting a compliment.
Yeah, everybody can.
It's just as long as it's not the most important thing to you. That's the only critique I have. As long as it's not the main reason you're wearing a fragrance. The main reason needs to be because you like how it smells. That needs to be number one. Not how long it lasts, not what other people think. Do you like it? Do you really like it? If you really like it, when you spray it and you're like, damn, I smell good. It's going to be a great day.
Yeah, my theory is just don't go into buying a fragrance trying to get laid because it doesn't work. I promise.
No, God, no. There's so much more that goes into it than they don't just smell you and drop their panties. It doesn't work like that.
It's never happened for me. Trust me.
Yeah, just for me. I'm not saying it never in history has happened for a guy. It just hasn't happened for me. You know, my wife has never smelled a fragrance and said, let's go in the bedroom. That's not the case. There's more that goes into that.
Yeah.
You know? Let's see. Did you try Fragrance By? Okay, so he was talking about Jeremy. St. Kitts and fell in love with it. It's the best fruit bomb I've smelled. 100 ml for $20. Can't beat it. Kareem is in the house. Smell of truth. Go check out Kareem. Kareem Definitely. Is my favorite Swiss. Love Kareem. Just popping in to say hi. Enjoy the live. Need to go to sleep now. Have a great evening. Talk soon.
It's probably 5 o'clock in the morning. He's like, I'm going.
Yeah, he's in Switzerland, guys. For those that you don't know. Those of you that don't know, he's completely different setup as far as time zone.
I need to go out there and go snowboarding one day.
There's barely a minute now when someone isn't live. Shout outs to Joe.
What up, Joe?
Joe, I appreciate the compliment earlier. I was watching Neil's live while I was on the treadmill. He said the only time he ever got a spike is when I promote his videos. Appreciate that, Joe. More people need to know about Joe. Joe's the most unique channel in this space.
Joe is so underappreciated and incredible at what he does.
I agree with all of that.
And I kind of want to kiss him for his voice. I mean, come on, dude. His voice is...
Him and Densmore, that's the two best voiceover voices for sure.
Oh, Densmore, definitely. Densmore sounds like what's his name? Darth Vader.
Oh, James Earl Jones.
James Earl Jones. Thank you.
Well, he is. I mean, he is a DJ, and the way he speaks fits the DJ theme. You know,
absolutely.
He's like a DJ. When you and Allie going live, Joe, putting DDLD on the spot. I had a bottle of Mustache EDT back in the day. Good stuff. I was happy with French Montana, so he got one.
Okay.
French Montana version was hazelnut. Did not know there was any difference to it.
I didn't know that either.
I just thought it was a special edition bottle. I never really looked into it. Thank you, gentlemen. So it jumped me ahead. I guess I was getting so far behind, it just automatically jumped me ahead.
Somebody's wearing
compliments. It's called self-esteem. You're supposed to give it to yourself. You gotta love Rick.
Oh God, I do.
Customer came in wearing Armani Amber Oud, the original, just Amber Oud. Smelled great. Any experience with it? What's it based off? Can't place it. It was the Tom Ford TV one. I think it's supposed to be Tom Ford for men, huh? Maybe.
Original says Amber Oud, smell great. Any experience with it? I'll remain Amber Oud.
Just Rouge and Blue edition for me. Let's see what people say it's similar to, shall we? So amber, woody, aromatic, fresh, spicy. Supposedly interlude. Supposedly it smells like Amouage interlude, man.
Well, then I have not smelled it. I'm actually giving my bottle of Swiss Arabian Shaggoth Abad away because I can't do interlude, man, dude.
You don't like the oregano?
I can't do it. It smells like halitosis. I've said this over and over.
Look, I'm not a big fan of the original, but for some reason I love the ridiculousness of the 53X straight. I have two different decants of it. I have an official decant set from Amouage that Ken sent me. And then I have a decant from Scent Door, or it might have been from Sense Angel. Yeah, from Sense Angel from a while back that I actually used in a video with Justin and Andrea last year. And I like it. The oregano's still in there, but it's just so dark and earthy and animalic and just in your face. It's a fuck you fragrance.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know what I mean? Like you're intentionally being abrasive.
Yeah, Black Iris is my favorite, dude. I think that is such.
I have a decant of that one too.
It's so beautiful, and it's the oregano. It's still there, but so tame. compared to the original.
Well, yeah, it's more about iris, and it's a little more resinous too.
Yes.
It's not just Opanox like the regular one. I forgot what the other resin is that they added.
Damn, I'm trying to get caught up too.
Yeah, I keep getting behind. St. Kitts is good stuff. Thank you, gentlemen. Not a fan per se of Tom Ford ombre leather. Is Stronger With You leather simpler? No. I mean, not really. Not really, because it still smells like Stronger With You with leather. And the more it dries, the more the leather comes to the forefront. So if you like Stronger With You, you'll like that. But if you're worried about it smelling similar, it's not really that similar. They do the same job, though. I would wear them in the exact same situations.
I could imagine Stronger With You leather being sweeter.
It is.
Yeah.
It's spicier, too. It's definitely spicier.
Another great one, if you don't like Tom Ford ombre leather, is check out Anka Koos, Moment in Manhattan. Has a really nice blueberry note, a lot more of natural musks, so like castoreum. You get the labdanum in it, but it's a little bit more resinous and musky. It's really good. And it has a nice sweetness, nice benzoin in it as well.
I'm assuming this is a shout out for Joe. Shout out to the best editor in the game.
Absolutely.
Definitely the most creative for sure when it comes to his editing. He doesn't belong in Viacom. He should be doing NFL films. That's funny. The voiceover would fit. Yeah.
Dude, he should. I mean, he could definitely do voiceover work.
Like if he was to do like the parody to NFL films for Pat McAfee on the Pat McAfee show. Like I could see his personality fitting in with Pat and the boys to do voiceovers for the highlights on that show. That's where I think Joe would fit perfectly.
I would love to see Joe. I want to do a video with Joe where I send him like the only scripted time I'll have to script something out and do the whole video, but have him voice over for me.
Just voice like narrate what you're supposedly talking about.
Exactly. Just narrate the whole thing. I think that would be awesome.
Here, this some bitch is doing blah blah blah.
Yeah. What is this guy doing? I mean, look at it. Look, he's spraying a bottle. You know,
that voice, man. Joe's voice. Yeah. Joe, you want to jump on here for a little bit? You're more than welcome, man. Matter of fact,
yeah.
DDLD. Why does he not come up immediately on IG when I type in DDLD? I'm gonna go the DDLD. So Instagram.
It's the dry down, low down, or the DDLD.
Accurate, you know. Fucking getting Hollywooded by IG over here. Joe, if you want to jump on, I shot you the link on IG, man. Love the 53. Yeah, I agree. Good stuff. Rob, you're more than welcome to jump on too if you want, man. Let me know. I'll shoot you the link. Sounds like he's got a good channel. I think I'll go subscribe. He's okay. He's okay. He's okay.
Yeah. He's a lot better than that My Space 2 Space Sense guy. That guy sucks.
Fuck that My 2 Cents guy.
Yeah. Look who's back. Back again.
Stream
My 2 cents. Tell a friend.
So to send Montrice the link, I need to.
You're gonna have to do it.
Text him. So I have to go through here real quick because I'd have to text him the link this way.
Joe said he's out and about with Allie. So bring both of y'all on.
I mean, yeah, y'all are more than welcome. Montrice, I just texted you the link. Rick, I don't know where else to reach you. I'd send you the link, but I don't know how the hell to reach you other than YouTube. I can't message you that on YouTube. So we'll hang out for probably another 30 minutes or something. Probably shut it down right around 2 hours. Hang out for a little bit longer. Can't stand Pat McAfee, but can't lie, he's entertaining. I love Pat McAfee, man. I watch Pat every day.
I do too.
Best sweet and smoky fragrances. That's a good question. Any come to mind immediately for you, Brian?
Actually, damn, I already put it up. I just got one. It's animalic sweet and smoky, and it's from Collage, and it's Panther Fangs. I'm gonna keep talking about that.
Never tried that.
Oh my god, it's so good, dude. Miguel Matos is the perfumer. Collage is out of Romania. It's really good.
I don't have anything that comes to mind that is predominantly sweet and smoky. Spicy and smoky, resinous and smoky, leathery and smoky. I think of all those, but sweet specifically.
Honestly, Gucci Guilty Absolute has a nice.
I have that. I've heard it's amazing.
It's a sweet, smoky amber. Leather. I would say this is sweet and smoky. It's more resinous sweet than just like overly sweet.
I'm trying to think of any of the Happy Land stuff that's a little smoky. He's got a lot of sweet stuff.
I mean, Diabolique is super spicy.
Diabolique's very spicy and sweet.
Yeah.
Smoky. I don't really have anything lined up that's smoky and sweet that I can think of off the top of my head. I'm sorry, I don't have a good answer for you, man.
RXL said he's in your Facebook group.
Really?
It's probably under like Rick the Dick or something. But...
Yeah. Under what? That's the question, Rick. Under what?
I'm just gonna answer this ahead of time. Somebody just asked at my 2 cents, how blind buy safe is Yuzu soda? Shit, man. I mean, honestly, I don't
know your actual name, your full name, Rick. So it's like I don't know what you're in here under. I'm looking.
Put it up here.
Yeah, I'm gonna get caught up. Let me get all the way caught up. That way, I see the message when he puts it. Posted in your group the other day. I wore tobacco and used the tobacco soup. I'm like Rodney Dangerfield over here. I gets no respect. Shit. But there's like 50, 60 posts a day in my group. So it's shit. You say the other day, I might have to scroll through 200 posts to find it. You could just tell me your name.
Fred Mertz. Is there a Fred Mertz?
Fred Mertz.
Because this is how dare you, Brian? I'm under the name of Fred Mertz.
There he is.
Is it really?
There he is. All right, Fred. Just sent you the link on Messenger.
Oh my god!
Fred, it's him smiling with a fragrance in his hand. That's hilarious.
Oh yeah, I guess a city on fire, but man, that's super smoky. That's like super smoky. I don't get a whole lot of sweetness, but I get a lot of Tuxedo's got a little bit of smoke, and then somebody's.
I don't get anything smoky from Tuxedo, really. I smelled it once recently,
like touch,
when I was with Andrea and Justin. I finally got to smell it. I've smelled everything that smells like it, but never smelled Tuxedo till 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. I'm not gonna buy Tuxedo. I mean, it's just every time. I don't know. I mean, I've got Tuxedo. I got mustache EDP.
Smolder is very smoky, but it doesn't really have much sweetness. He was asking sweet and smoky. That's the challenge. Sweet and smoky.
Hey, good luck finding Smolder.
Luminous Night, Dolce & Gabbana the one.
Oh, yeah.
Dates make it very sweet and fruity, and it's got a very strong incense. There you go. That's a damn good one. Dolce & Gabbana the one, Luminous Night, the blue bottle.
Yeah. David Lowe's, next one down. What are your thoughts about Alexandria 2? It's a great fragrance. It's a great fragrance.
I've heard it's similar to Xandria from Ormond Jane.
Oh, well, Xandria, I mean, they didn't really think outside of the box when they were naming that fragrance, but it's pretty much the same notes, but Xandria.
I've been told, because I have Xandria.
Yeah, it's boozy. Alexandria 2 is not. It's very woody, airy, apple, jasmine, touch of rose, more cedar than I get oud, but the oud also probably plays more of that cedar role in it as well. If I were you, I would get Lattafa Udain.
Sounds like a lot of good stuff from Lattafa. There's so many Lattafa recommendations here on the stream today.
I mean, I'm just saying it's like $30, and I paid $158 for a 30 ml of.
Rhyolite's definitely sweet. I don't really get much smoke out of there, but I can see where you're coming from, Joe. We got Issa in the house. Issa, you're more than welcome to jump on if you have a little time. Let me know how I can reach you to send you the link. Got Montrice in the house. What's going on, Montrice?
Hey.
What you wearing today, man?
My favorite, man, Versace Earl's Flame.
There you go. Can't go wrong there. It's a good everyday wear.
If I was to buy an Eros, that's the one I would buy again.
Well, the EDP is my favorite, but Flame is like, I like wearing it this time of year, like when it's a little, starting to get a little cooler outside. Because here in Toledo, we got bipolar weather, so it does what it wants.
We have that too. So, anything exciting going on heading through the week, Montrice?
No, I'm just gonna hang out with some friends, man. That's it. Nothing crazy. I don't hit the clubs and all that other stuff no more. So
yeah, those days are way behind me.
Yeah, I'm not on that no more. I don't feel it no more. I don't care for it no more. So
what's a club? I don't even know what that is. I'm like
the thing you bartend next door to.
Oh no, man. I work in a classy establishment. Yeah.
No lingerie lunches on Thursday.
No, negative. We are a like a Mediterranean Italian style restaurant and bar, but
so welcome onto the stream, My Two Nickels.
Hello.
Hey.
Oh my God, My Two Nickels.
8 cents better than my 2 cents.
Well, actually, technically, it's not because it's not CENTS. I just smell better than you.
I'm half illiterate. Don't shame me.
You're half illiterate.
I'm making fun of people, Brian. Jesus.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad.
So what's going on, Rick? What you wearing today, man?
This one right here.
So it was blue. Hey. I wasn't sure which one. How close would you say it is to La Nuit de l'Homme? Because I find it's like 80%. It's pretty close.
It's like a blue version of it.
Kind of, yeah. It's even more youthful than La Nuit de l'Homme already is. It's kind of like. Go ahead.
I didn't even get that until you told me that it smelled like it, and I said, "Yeah, it kind of does."
It's kind of like La Nuit de l'Homme for a teenager in some ways because it's a little bit more youthful. It's not quite as powdery.
You know what? It's actually it should be La Nuit de l'Homme Blue Electrique because it's more blue.
Mm-hmm.
I could see where you're coming from because you definitely get more lavender in Blue Electrique.
Yeah.
Rid of it.
Oh crap! I did try Blue Electrique. Wait, which is the newest one? Is that Blue Electrique? Is that the discontinued one?
That was the one they discontinued recently. They got all the hype real quick. Went on sale at Macy's, which is when I bought it, and then it got discontinued.
It's only discontinued in the States. They're still doing it overseas.
Yeah.
Because Michelle hyped the shit out of that one, so everybody was buying it up.
Yeah. I tried that when I was with Fred's Frags and Things. It's good. Don't get me wrong. I
like it. I like it better than better than La Nuit de l'Homme. Yeah. Yes, it says hello, Rick. I mean, My Two Nickels.
Yeah.
Brian, what was that Lattafa fragrance again, please?
It's a lot. I'll actually pull it down for you so you can see the bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All that manliness.
All the manliness. Where is it?
Brian, you got a string hanging from your shirt.
This is my.
That's your arm.
Oh.
That's such an old joke too. Why do people fall for it still?
Yeah. Well, because it's such an old joke.
I love you, Rick. I love to hate you. All right, this is Udane. This 30, 40 bucks. It's Alexandria too. Smells pretty much exactly like it.
Seemed like it got a pretty good atomizer. Was that?
Look, I mean, what? Yeah, it's pressurized.
That's a good atomizer right there.
Whew, man, my room's gonna smell awesome. Well, and not to mention, I have all my ATH that I did that video for today. I filmed it yesterday, but I still have all the dry downs. My room smells just like oud. Lots of oud.
I imagine.
But yeah, this is spot on. I mean, not spot on. I would say probably 85, 90%. But Alexandria 2, and this actually I get better performance than Alexandria 2.
Montrice, you got any Lattafa recommendations? Do you mess with Lattafa fragrances at all?
He's got tons.
I probably got about maybe 17 of them.
God damn. I wasn't expecting to say
that. Don't sleep on Lattafa, man.
Damn, I need to spend some money on them. Apparently, that's what this stream has been mostly about is Lattafa.
Well, the best part about it is you don't have to spend money, dude. I mean, I did a Lattafa haul It was my first Lattafa haul of the beginning of the year, and I spent $125 on 5 fragrances.
That's what I did.
Damn,
that's
not
about
dude. It's
they cheap, man. They're like 25, 30, 32, $33. It's
what's,
crazy, man.
What's one of your favorites, Montrice, of the 17 that you have?
This one right here.
That one's good.
What is that one? I've seen that bottle before.
Is that Oud Mood Intense?
Yep. The Oud Mood. No, it's not the. It's just the Oud Mood. There's 3 of them.
Yeah, I have Oud Musk or Musk Mood.
Oh, wait, now that I think about it, Montrice, weren't you when we were on Hunter's channel for the stream? Didn't you mention this particular line? It just hit me when I saw the bottle. So I'm like, man, I've seen that bottle before. You told me about these last time we were on Hunter's channel.
Hey, will you? I can't put this in the comment, but will you put for David? It's Oudain is Oudain.
Got it.
Thank you.
And you were talking about Oud Elixir. I think that's the one you're thinking about.
Oud Elixir, yeah. Oud Mood Elixir. Yeah. And I screwed up in my haul video because I thought it was just Oud Mood. And in very small print at the very bottom, it says Elixir.
Yeah.
I was like,
I seen that.
Rick, you have any Lattafa fragrances?
I got one Lattafa, but I'm just learning about them myself, so I have a couple in the cart. There's one, I forget the name of it. It's a square one.
In the cart? Yeah. I saw you were on mute looking away.
Oh, no, I added them earlier, but there's a square one with a horse on it. It's supposed to smell like pineapple, but really sweet. You guys know what that one is?
Kismet.
Okay, yep, Kismet. Yeah,
there's a black one, and then there's a new white bottle, but they smell the same.
Yeah.
Man, if I didn't have a bunch of money I'm spending here in the next week, y'all are making me want to go online shopping.
Well, I'll show you another one, and this one I paid $19 2 Christmases ago, and this one is just pure Oud, and it actually has like
looks cool.
I don't think it's actual agar wood, but like you can see, it's got
stuff just chilling in there. Simulate.
Yeah, but it's a very powdery, actually sweet oud, and with a touch of smoke. There you go. This actually has a little bit of a smoky quality to it. So if you're looking for sweet, smoky,
there you go, guys.
Check that one out too.
Yeah, I have that one.
Yeah.
So Pop, they're a clone house for the most part. I mean, I'm sure they have some originals. I'm sure they do. Most of these Middle Eastern houses, they have their fragrances plus their versions of fragrances. But I've heard a lot of good things about them for a long time. This is just kind of like taking over the topic here in the stream. So it's like I'm very intrigued because a lot of viewers in the chat and even in Sin of the Day post on the comments, they're like, hey, have you tried this? You should really try this. So apparently I'm missing out on Lattafa here.
Yeah, I mean, I got into like this whole shelf right here is probably about 40 plus.
I need to try that one still too. Rick's got Rasasi Derez.
I was finally going to wear it today, but I got sidetracked by that guess one. But I smelled it. I filled a decant for the gym and everything. It's like a male version of Good Girl. You know, Valentino Good Girl.
It's Valentino V. This is their
but I've never smelled Valentino V. That's the thing.
Yeah, me neither.
When I try it, because that's in like 4 different carts.
Yeah,
it's Amazon, eBay, fragrance. Now I got it in a bunch of different carts.
It's spicy, like cumin, vanilla. I mean, I think it's a very just a masculine smelling fragrance. It's just, but with a nice soft sweetness and some really nice spicy aromatic qualities and woods.
Rick,
I like it.
Want to add?
Yeah, I think it's got like vanilla, cardamom, patchouli. There may be some rose in it, maybe.
Yeah, there's rose and jasmine, or is it magnolia?
So here's vanilla and tonka. That's what reminds me of Good Girl.
I think we'll start in the top corner and work our way clockwise. Jen's asked, what are you guys looking forward to wearing the most this fall? Montrice, you want to start us off?
This fall, I'll probably have to say that my man Sarah fragrances. Because here, like I said, it's bipolar. So, like 2 years ago, I'll never forget. It was November. It was like 85 to 87 degrees in November. So, like, it's ridiculous here. It makes me want to get out here because I'm like, something ain't right with that. Or it can be hot like that in November.
I get it.
But I say Miss Sarah fragrances, though.
Just as a whole, the house, you're just looking to dabble into.
Yeah. I mean, because I've been, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's your fault, Ross? But I started getting like I started going crazy because they on eBay they was like 80 to 85 bucks. I'm like,
and look, sometimes certain ones
crazy.
you can find for 65, 70 bucks, and you're
Yeah,
like, damn, maybe now's the time. That's what'll get you. It's like, is now the time to get it? I've never seen it that cheap.
yeah. I couldn't believe it. I was like, I thought because on Amazon it was 180.
Wow.
All
Yeah,
of
that's
it.
retail. That's
Yeah.
retail. Yeah, Mancera's not a good move on Amazon. I never see them discounted on Amazon. But all the other sites, your Aura Fragrances, Kingdom, Fragrance Net, you can find some good prices on certain ones from Fragrance Net that compete with people like Aura. Because most of the time, Aura and Kingdom's going to have them beat by a little bit, but you can still find some really competitive prices on certain fragrances, especially Mancera and Montal. Like I got Montal Fougères Marine from Fragrance Net. That was the best price I could find online. It was actually, believe it or not. There was a time when Fragrance Net was the spot. They're not the spot.
Oh yeah,
No, I do Frag by.
Yeah, Fragrance Net SCA is a better spot to buy than them.
I just actually recently just did a purchase. I've got 2 coming from Kingdom, man. His inventory is getting better and better and better.
Mm-hmm. So speaking of, Brian, your turn. What's the fragrance you're looking forward to wearing the most this fall?
Oh God. I mean, of course, Danae. I love that fragrance. I wear it all year round. But let's reach a little bit deeper.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm really looking. Honestly, I'm really looking forward to wearing this Collage Panther Fangs this fall.
I have 2 specifically. One I'm wearing tomorrow, and the other one I've just been kind of spraying randomly, waiting for the right, I guess, setting. But the original Spice Bomb, kind of falling back in love with that one. And tomorrow I'm going to be wearing Amouage Boundless. Pretty excited to wear that.
Ooh, I forgot about Boundless. I'll be honest with you, it's a great fragrance.
And when I was looking at changing out some of the things on my rotation table, kind of subbing out some fresh stuff to start putting stuff like that in, tobaccos and spices. And I saw it sitting there. I was like, damn, I haven't wore that. And shit, it's been about a year since I wore that. I grabbed it, I sprayed it on my hand, and I've just been like, oh, I need to wear this soon. And the weather's going to be like in the high 60s tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's a little cloudy and stuff like that. So I'm going to rock that one tomorrow. I'm pretty excited about that one.
I'll have to say that one as well, and Black Iris, Interlude Black Iris.
Rick, how about you? What you looking forward to wearing this fall?
Gentleman Reserve Privé. I bought it dead of summer. I've been waiting for winter. I even wore it on like 100-degree day, but now I'm waiting to really break it out.
It's thick, dude. I can understand why.
It's creamy like the EDP.
Yeah.
Because I have a decan of it, but here's the thing. If y'all have seen the video I did on it, you've heard me say this. I find if you have Boisé and EDP, it's too redundant to get. That's why I don't have a bottle. But if you don't have either one of those, that's the one to get. Because it kind of takes the best of both plus rum. Like spice, you get the creaminess, all the good stuff of the EDP and Boisé together plus rum. Yeah. So if you don't have those, get the Privé. If you do have the other ones, either one really, it's kind of a little too redundant to get the Privé for me personally.
Yeah, I didn't get I smelled the Privé. I liked it, but Boisé
really
is still it is. Boisé is still my favorite though. And the one thing about Privé, it smelled like marshmallows and iris to me.
That makes sense. I can see where you're coming from. It does have a fluffy, creamy quality to it, but the rum kind of grounds it. You know what I mean?
I didn't try it on skin. So I only tried on a tester strip. But that's and I probably would get more of the rum, that booziness from it. Shit, dude. I'm looking forward to wearing all my boozy fragrances.
I can see why we're excited about that. That's a good one. Like I said, we don't have
smells like booze and vanilla ice cream.
Okay.
Kind of, yeah.
And if it's not that one, it's this one right here. I love this one.
I don't know of anybody that doesn't.
And only shocked that you have 4 sprays.
Well, yeah, you don't need much of that one.
If you go more, it's gonna smell bad. But
I'm shocked that you have
3 sprays.
Enigma. You got that one from overseas, or you got it from a discounter?
I don't remember where I got this from. From a discounter for sure.
They must have got it from overseas because it's Creation E over here in the States. The ones that are distributed in the States. Anyway.
Fragby was selling the Enigmas for a while, and so was Kingdom. Kingdom Fragrances had the Enigma instead of Creation E for a little bit.
Yeah, because I got Creation E, and mine came from the brand from France. So they sent me. This was a couple of years ago. So they sent me the one that was marketed up for here when they sent it.
Yeah, that's one I don't have, but I want to get the Parfum.
I haven't smelled the Parfum, but man, the Parfum cologne, like I said, I'm not surprised he pulled that one out. I'm sure there's people out there that don't like it, but I've never had anyone tell me they don't love that fragrance.
I think Ross, another one that I think you would agree with me on this one is Flower City Bourbon Vanilla.
Oh,
yeah. Speaking of one that smells like ice cream and booze.
Yeah.
Rick, have you tried that one?
What's it called?
Flower City fragrance, small indie niche. It's called Bourbon Vanilla. The tonka bean that he uses literally gives a vanilla ice cream accord with this aged bourbon smell that has like this dry barrel wood. It's like a burning wood accord or something like that, but it's a dry wood. Bourbon vanilla sounds like something you smelled a ton of times. Just the way that it was created and blended and the type of tonka bean he used. It's my favorite boozy vanilla. For
really
sure.
Good.
It's really freaking good.
I like that, but my favorite fragrance like that is the Perry Ellis Black Vanilla, man.
I've never tried that one.
I haven't tried it either.
And they discontinued it, and I'm just glad back in 2016 on Red Lessons, he talked about it, and I grabbed 2 bottles, and I'm like, oh well, maybe in a couple of years I'll get another bottle. Man, $275. Somebody wanted $150. I'm like, I'm not doing that because I knew that was gonna happen though. That's what happens with discontinued fragrances. That's what
Perry Ellis. Good Lord.
For Perry. Yep, it was his special line. Well, that special line.
Yeah, they have a private line, a privé line, or something, and there was some hype behind a few of them. There's an oud one that was hyped up. I don't remember the name of it, but I know it was an oud-based Perry Ellis.
I got the oud Vetiver. I love that one too. I told y'all about that on Hunter's channel. It's dirty, man, but I love it.
I like dirty.
Yeah.
Joma Shop is good for fragrances, at least the Middle Eastern fragrances. They have been very competitive. I got to say, Joma Shop, you can find some. I missed out when Italian Love, they had testers super cheap in the early summer. I missed out when everybody was buying them up.
Yeah. I used to buy tons of watches from Joma Shop back in the day. And I had no idea. I mean, this was 5 years ago.
That's where my Seiko Samurai came from.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I was buying tags and Movados and shit. I had a ton of. I bought a lot of watches from them, and they were great. And then I kind of just stopped buying so many watches because it's an expensive hobby. Yeah. And then I had no idea that they got into fragrances. I had no idea until now. Like,
yeah, it was out of nowhere. And like it's been more than a year. They've been slowly doing it more and more, but now they're carrying enough price wise and inventory wise to be competitive with all of the discounters.
Yeah, they're based out of their warehouses in Brooklyn.
Didn't know that.
They just got Jimmy Choo Aqua.
How much is it going for with them?
I think a 1 ounce is like $30, and I think 100 mil is like $50.
Wow,
that's fair because I paid retail for it because I didn't want to wait. It's not worth retail. It's good. It's just not worth retail. It's not worth the $90 I paid for it. I bit that bullet so I could talk about it sooner rather than later because I was excited about it. I knew I would like it, but it smells good. But you probably have a bunch of other fragrances. Like everybody here has a pretty massive collection.
It smells like this.
It does have some Y going on for sure. I do have to give it this though. It does smell a little bit better blended than the original Y because that's it's full of aldehydes and has a little bit more of a chemical smell. I love it, but comparatively, I think it's a little bit better blended. But it like he said, why think of fragrances like that? Think of L1212 Blanc EDP, like it kind of Coach Blue, all these different light blue fresh fragrances. It falls into a lot of those. That's why 50 is kind of fair. If you can find it for 40, I think that's the sweet spot, and it'll get there.
I'm gonna have to Spritz with Pop Fritz. He asked about. I wouldn't buy watches from him anymore. Fragrances, fine. I bought a few fragrances, but I've heard their watch game has kind of plummeted because they've added too much in. Because it used to just be watches.
Yeah, it wasn't just watch. That's what I knew was watches.
Yeah, it was just watches. So, and Fat Electrician, I freaking love.
watches though, Invicta, I can't get enough of Invicta.
They make a lot of good homage watches for sure.
I can't get enough. Amazon, I don't know what's going on with Amazon, but they sell Invicta watches too cheap, and and of course it's if you get it straight from them, it's real, like this one, but they 69, 85, $50. I'm like, how y'all getting it that cheap? I don't know how y'all doing it, but I ain't gonna question it,
Like this one?
Yeah, I just, man, I don't understand, like, how they getting them so cheap?
Well, I will say this about Invicta, and I'm not trying to like rain on everybody's parade, but they're Chinese made, or Japanese or Chinese insides.
Yeah, movements.
They're the Japanese movements. They're not Swiss movements. They're not Swiss quartz. They're not even sapphire. So that that's a big thing. It's still and good watches.
They last, and it's a guy. What is his name? He's on YouTube.
This is what you need. You need a tag. Everybody needs a tag.
Pricey.
Yeah, but I mean, but still for a lower.
This is what you need. $5,000 right here. This is what
no, this is a $1,500 Formula One. I mean, it's not that.
Cool. But dude, I'm cool with Invictus. I love Invictus, but
one day I will have a two-tone rose gold chocolate dial Yachtmaster 40.
Oh
yeah, well,
that's the dream watch for me. One day
I'll have a Rolex GMT Master.
Retails. I don't want no Rolex. I think Rolex is at this, like, when I was a kid and when I was in high school, they was cool. But I think they not played out because it's Rolex. But
I think that's specific.
I don't care for them. I like Invictus.
Bulova, this one right here. This is the Moon watch. Oh, this is a great one. This is sapphire crystal. Technically, I could wear this on the moon. This is the recreation of the Apollo. What is it? Apollo 15 on August 7th, 1971. So this is what they wore to the moon.
Yeah,
$300.
Cool. That's
$350.
That's cool, but
I'm sorry, $750. My bad.
I'm sticking with mine.
But did you guys know Rolex was a non-profit organization?
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't know that till like yesterday.
Yeah.
It's
weird, right?
But it's a dude on YouTube.
That's been going around. I found that out recently too, and I was like, "What?"
And they always have been. They always have been.
I would have never guessed that. I heard about it recently too.
Well, so is the CarMax manufacturer that does the Chiron, the not Bulgari,
Bugatti.
Bugatti's nonprofit. Bugatti is only a test. So they do basically what they do is they're testing out. The reason they build all these hypercars is they're testing out new ways of creating a better car. That's what they're out there for.
What Teddy can jump in our space, but we can't jump in his. Am I watching Teddy Baldessar all of a sudden? Well, I mean, he's got a fragrance channel now.
Oh my god, and he's got more subs than both of us.
Well, I mean, the videos he does, and he has the resources that a lot of us don't have because he's so successful. I mean, this man that has Kevin O'Leary on his watch channel all the time,
and also the beautiful, what's her name?
Yeah, she's wildly successful too. They have resources and means that I don't have to do the things that they're doing. I wish. I'm not knocking them. If I could do, I would do them.
That's where I bought my. I bought from Teddy's website my Frank Sinatra Bulova.
There you go.
Yeah, awesome. Another awesome watch.
Well, gentlemen, we just went a little over 2 hours. That was kind of where I wanted to cap it.
Cool.
I appreciate y'all for jumping on. Rick, it's nice to finally have you on the channel for a little while, man. It's the first time I get you on screen. I think it's the first time. You're on mute.
So I appreciate having me on.
Is this the first time? I think this is the first time I've had you on.
It is. It was quite a surprise. I was like, has he seen my channel before?
I love you, Rick, man. I tell you all the time when I see you in the chat. I love you, man. You're good people. Dude. I think you're just having fun. You troll just for fun. You're not being malicious. I've said that a bunch of times. You've heard me say that.
No, I said it just the other day on my live. I was like, man, I wasn't sure about this guy, and then all of a sudden I'm like, freaking love Rick.
Rick cracks me up. Rick says the kind of shit some people kind of stay away from trying to say on camera. Rick says
he says everything I want to say.
But we know off camera what they all say.
Rick's like, I'm gonna say, okay.
Hey, Rick, what happened to your upper lip, dude?
I'm missing something here.
You are. It's a little personal joke.
Montrice, it was nice to finally get you on here too, man. It's glad we're able to exchange information to where we can do this now.
For sure, man. Yeah.
And then Brian, it's always a pleasure, man.
Always a pleasure, man. Thank you for having me, dude.
So, fellas, I don't know. Other than me and Brian going live next Wednesday, I don't think I'll be doing a live between now and then. But you guys are always welcome when I'm live. You know, most of the time they're impromptu. But I'll try to do a little bit better at planning some stuff out.
I think impromptu is the best way, honestly.
Well,
now you know who I am. Now you know who I am in your group.
Yeah, is that some burner name or something?
I made the name just to go buy stuff from Facebook, and then Dua kicked me out of the group
because the picture.
No, I'm a real person.
Real cheesy with a fragrance. I'm like, what the fuck?
I said I'm a real person. I talked to Mega Dave.
Yeah.
All right, I know who you are. We'll let you in. Just put your real face on there. I couldn't change my name, so I'm now Fred Burns.
That's crazy.
Well, now I know. Now I know how to reach you. Now I know how to have conversations off screen with you.
Oh my God.
So Brian was right. My old name used to be Nick Prick. But I lost the password to the account.
You couldn't do a recovery on it? That's a funny name, Nick Prick.
I don't have those phones no more. I'm sure that account's probably still alive somewhere.
Well, gentlemen, thank you all so much for being on here. Thank you, everybody in the chat. Pop, Mr. Got Plenty, David, all you guys, Andrew, everybody that's been here for most of the stream. I greatly appreciate all of you. Seriously, for the few super chats, thank you so much. That's never a necessity, but always appreciated when it does happen. Make sure to check out RXL 209 Pour Homme. Check out, he's got some funny content. Make sure to check out My 2 Cents. Montrice does not have a channel, but he's still people.
maybe one day.
Maybe one day. He's got a big enough collection with some good knowledge.
Over 400 bottles, man.
Why not, man?
Yeah, why not? But I before I get up out of here, I gotta tell My 2 Cents, yo, when you talk about Invictus, man, you gotta be careful, man. It's a dude named Fat Cat Collections. He goes off on people. You say one bad thing, he go off. It's funny.
Invictus?
Yo, no, if you talk bad about it, like if you say one thing, he flips out. It's hilarious though. You got to check him out.
Never say anything bad about it.
I love Invictus.
Oh yeah, but
it's just not my cup of tea.
Oh, I feel you, man.
That's a lot of people. A lot of people don't feel like it's played out.
But I used to wear it. I used to wear the shit out of it. You know.
Yeah. A lot of people just don't like them because they big and bulky. You know.
Oh, Invicta. I thought you said Invicta.
Oh, Invicta. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about Invictus.
I thought you said Invictus.
Oh, no.
No, Invicta, yeah.
I was going to say for cheap watches, man, I mean, honestly, they're really, they're quality. For me, also, Rick said it earlier, I apparently have strings for arms. They look giant on my wrist, dude. Giant.
Giant on your wrist? What is it, a 36 millimeter?
No, they're... No, I mean, but like casings on a Invicta are like 59 to 64, 72.
If you don't get the pro divers, they're very big. Yeah.
But they're also real thick.
Mm-hmm.
Real thick.
Super thick.
Yeah. I mean, I've got a diver that's kind of actually I have the same diver that you have from what is it? Not Novatus, but Nada.
Oh, Novatus.
That's it. I have the same one. That exact same watch. Yeah. I need to put a battery in it.
Well, gentlemen, we're shutting her down. Thank you all for coming on. Thank you, everybody in the chat. Pete, I appreciate the quick super chat here at the end. Pete Nation. See everybody next time. Make sure to mark your calendars if you give a shit. Me and Brian are going to be doing an H24 Go to Parfum First Impressions next Wednesday, 3:00 Central.
Look forward to it.
Till next time, guys.